No one knew about it.
And we are live. What is good, y'all? 90 till infinity in the place. We've been away for a minute.
Almost a 2-month hiatus.
Yeah, a little
We're
bit.
back.
A little
Back.
bit. Yo, huge
Literally.
shout out to all of the people that have been jumping on.
Yes.
All the new subscribers.
Yes.
Much respect and appreciate you guys tuning in and watching.
And the comments and
Comments
and
are
all
dope.
the love and the views.
I feel like y'all really fucking with Riz's opinions and been shitting on mine, but it's okay. It's okay.
I'm the diplomat.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I think the difference. I think you're the hip hop purist.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
And I feel like that feeling resonates across the viewers because viewers have been really leaning into some of your opinions and really fucking with your opinions, especially with the top 5 list.
That got some interesting feedback.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Because people thought my top 5 was trash, and they were really fucking with your.
Which I don't get because your top 5 was solid.
Because we're talking about
It's just as solid as mine.
Yeah. But you know, I think you putting Pocket #1 got a lot of love.
Yes. Yes.
You having Nas and Big in there really showed people that you give a fuck about hip hop in a way that they give a fuck about hip hop.
But I also think that it's the popular vote versus the unpopular vote. Because your picks, if you really analyze it, that they're solid picks.
Yeah.
Mine is kind of almost in somewhat the generic top 5. When people talk about top 5, right?
Sure.
I mean a lot of those names, they get mentioned in a lot of.
Yeah, the
yours.
classics.
You said fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with what I think.
Yeah.
And we both think. I mean, our list or whatever, but I like how your list is really unique.
Yeah.
It's not the norm.
Yeah, and I
know
tried
what
to
I
go
mean?
for the technicians that really
That's what I mean.
really work. And the dope thing is, one of my favorites, Black Thought,
Yes.
is putting out a new album, Streams with Thoughts, coming out
Nice.
in the next couple of months, which is going to be great because Black Thought murders all the time.
That'd be dope.
But yeah, I mean, I love the viewers tuning in, making
Yes.
comments, the
Yes.
love, the hate, all of it's wonderful. Y'all have really helped us grow this show and grow the subscribers and grow the views, and we really, really appreciate the support.
Yes,
So
we
much
do.
love to y'all.
And we got more shit coming.
Yeah, I mean, that's
got
the
some-
beauty of hip hop.
Yeah.
Right? It's
Yeah.
such a vast landscape of stuff we can talk about.
Yeah.
And while I do this, I'm going to plug in the mic because when you're a stoner, sometimes you forget important stuff.
Like the mic.
Like the microphone.
Like sound.
Well, I mean, the good thing is because of the way you have this room set up, it's still going to sound
Still
dope.
pretty good, yeah.
But, we got to talk about some things that have been happening in the current events of hip hop.
We do. We got to start off with. So we start off our shows, as some of you know, with current news or news that's happened in the hip hop world. So why don't you go first? Lead the way, sir.
Well, yeah, so one thing I saw that really pissed me off, there was kind of this stream of commentary going around saying this is the first time in however many years that there was not a hip-hop song on the Billboard Top 40.
Wow, that's funny. Because that's why we're in sync. Because that was one of my
Yeah.
topics too. So first time since 1990 that
Wow.
a hip hop song hasn't been charted on the Billboard Top 40 list.
And that doesn't mean that it's not charting at all. It just means specifically on their top
Correct.
40.
If you look at their Hot 100,
Yeah.
past 40, you'll see a lot of hip hop.
For sure.
You'll see the Drakes, the Kendricks,
Yeah.
the young boy NBAs, right?
Yeah.
But as far as the top 40, which is kind of like the core of like how popular you are,
Yes.
or yeah,
So when you hear that,
yeah,
people are like, oh, hip-hop's a danger.
right.
Is it though?
You know, that's funny you say that because there's two lenses you can look at it. You can look at it from like, oh, hip hop fell off. What happened? I don't look at it like that.
Nah.
I look at it as, hip hop never started on the top 40.
Exactly. Bars.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody gave a shit about hip hop in billboards.
Yeah, at all.
Okay, hip hop wasn't even on billboards until NWA released "Ends for Life."
Yeah.
Like before that,
That's crazy.
hip hop albums wouldn't even be included in the Billboard
Yeah.
charts. So let's not put so much reverence to
Yeah,
this
and I
Billboard.
also
Although
think-
it's cool.
Yeah.
But it's hip hop's. Come on, man! It's music, man.
Well,
I don't
I
give a
also
shit about
think
what it charts.
Institutions like the Billboard, all the Rolling Stones put out their top 10. All
Yeah,
these-
Complex.
I feel like those industrial complexes are losing
Right.
their value. Like people don't give a shit about it anymore.
I think in general, like
Overall.
who we used to have Siskel and Ebert for movies, right? Remember, like movie critics, right?
Yes.
Leonard Maltin.
Now the Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter, which is done by viewers,
Right.
is way more valuable,
Right.
in projecting a movie's growth,
Correct.
in the box office.
Well said. It's like Google reviews now.
100%.
You're not looking at the website and you're like, oh, did people
like
like
it?
it? Yeah, did they like
Is the
it?
falafel crispy? Or is it not? You know,
Nice.
it matters.
I like how you said falafel. You could have said anything, but you kept it ethnic.
Well, and the reason why is because of the mini segue into the new mayor of New York City,
That's on my list too.
Zohran Mamdani.
Who was also a rapper.
Yes, love that about him.
You know what his rapper name was?
What is it?
I have it for you.
I know it's something quirky
It's very Indian.
because he's like Randall Park, the comedian Randall Park.
I like Randall Park.
because he's a rapper too.
Yeah.
he was part of a rap group before too.
He was on a show Fresh Off the Boat from Eddie.
Yes,
and he
yes.
was dope on that.
and he had a dope freestyle on Sway in the Morning.
His name was Young Cardamom. Do you know who Sonny is? Famous Indian director.
Right?
Miranair. Monsoon Wedding.
Oh wow, that's a massive one.
Salam Bombay.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
So he comes
yeah,
from some
yeah.
real
The
property.
Namesake with Cal. I don't know if you've seen that with Cal Penn.
Oh, I have seen that.
And Irfan, a really good actor from Bollywood. His name is he passed away from cancer a couple years ago.
Right, I know what you're talking about.
Where
Yeah.
he plays a son,
Yeah.
second generation. Yeah. Anyways, so Mamdani comes from royalty.
Yes.
In that sense.
And his dad, the professor at a university. So first of all, congratulations
Congrats
to Mamdani.
to
Love
Zohran.
to see it. But the reason why it's relevant to hip hop, first of all, he's a rapper.
Right.
And second of all, 50 Cent.
Yeah, and listen, I'm gonna have to step in here for a minute because 50's my guy, and you know what? Whether you agree with him or not, he doesn't dislike Mamdani because of his
Not the religion
background
or any of that
thank you.
stuff. Yeah.
It's because of taxes.
Yes.
It's just simply because he doesn't want to pay taxes.
Yes.
And Mamdani's gonna tax millionaires.
Yes.
plus
They're going to
heavy.
get it. Yeah.
And I get it from the tax point. You don't want to pay taxes, so I get it. But
That's why he bounced to New
he
Orleans.
ain't a hater. He's not a Trump supporter by
Yeah.
any means. But yeah, but I just wanted to put that in perspective.
And speaking of Trump supporters, someone that was extremely disappointing this week, Nicki Minaj.
She's been extremely disappointing for many of you.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
now I don't know if you heard. So she's
just crashing
She drank
out.
the Kool-Aid,
She's crashing.
and they used one of her songs at like a Republican convention, and she like retweeted it. Like, oh, thank you so much, blah blah blah. She
Oh, she actually liked that.
Yeah. Thank you, my president. God bless you. Blah
Another
blah.
one gone.
Done. And the thing is, like,
Add her to the list.
Yeah, they literally just jump off the bridge.
So who do we got on the list? Because you have been tracked. I mean, this man's been educating me because I don't know sometimes, and I'll say a rapper and he'll be like, nah, man, you can't. And then I'm like, what? Then he'll give me the breakdown. So we got Nelly.
Nelly's done.
Not that we give a shit, really.
Snoop
No
Dizzle,
offense.
unfortunately, one of my all-time favorites.
I
Snoop
thought
Dogg.
Ice Cube was on the list, but then
Yeah,
I was
definitely
educated,
not.
so he's not on the
Definitely
list.
not. And people are gonna come at me in the comments for this one, but Cube is not
Yeah, no, he's
anything
not.
close to a mega
Yeah,
supporter.
do your research. He's not.
So yeah, Snoop Dogg, obviously probably the one that may be the most sad. Now Nicki, which is so bizarre because she
Right.
doesn't need any of that clout.
I think she's at a point like I said before, she's crashing right out.
Right, big time.
She's feuding with Jay. Jay didn't even respond.
And Cardi
she's
B.
She's almost becoming like this like conspiracy theorist. Like everybody's out to get her. Nobody like.
And she said really horrible stuff about Cardi B and her kids.
Oh, it's really
Really
she
foul
went,
stuff.
Like you want to go against one-on-one, it's one thing.
Yeah.
You go against someone's kids. I mean, that's kind of low, man.
And
That's a different kind of low, man.
And Cardi's found this weird place where everyone just fucks with her, man.
Can I tell you something? We were talking about Cardi B a couple episodes ago, remember? And we're like, she's not great, but she's
Dope
there. She's
personality.
popular, right?
She's a lot of fun. She's super funny.
So she released a second album, maybe about 2 months ago.
Yep.
I think I forget the name of it. I'm Cardi, maybe, or something like that. Anyway, so I listened to the whole thing because just for the sake of it. And there's 2 songs on there that are actually really dope.
Well, she got a whole bunch of new writers to
She's
come
got a
in.
song with Tyla that I thoroughly enjoy.
Well, here's
Like it's a banger.
here's the thing about Cardi, which I like.
So shout out to Cardi.
So she puts out the album.
Yeah.
And she was on social media promoting it and stuff like that. And then a few days passed, and then the government, the American government, put a stop on Snap and EBT and all that
Right,
stuff.
right.
So Cardi B came on Instagram Live and apologized to her fans for promoting an album when the country's going through so much financial turmoil. And see, things
You gotta
like
love that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
think
gotta
to me,
love that.
Those are super endearing because I'm like, she's supposed to be promoting the album.
Right.
Forget all the other politics, but she's like, no, I get it. Y'all are broke. I was broke too
Right.
once. I'm not here to promote my album. I'm just here to say, sorry, I fucked up. If you listen to it, great. If not, I get it.
There's something humanizing about that,
And
right?
I love that.
Right?
To me,
And-
I love that shit.
And I think that's why Mamdani can really relate to people.
Yes.
Because he sees people on a human level. Like he doesn't think he's above you.
Yep.
Like he'll go in and hang out with the LGBT.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And as a Muslim,
Then he'll go in and go with the Jew. Like he does not care, man.
there's Jews from Mamdani all throughout
Everybody,
New York.
yeah.
There was
There's all kinds.
There was a clip of him a couple nights before the election where he just popped up at a club, at a
Right.
black club with 2 black DJs. The whole room is full of black people,
Right.
and he's on stage vibing out, celebrating the music and stuff. I'm like, yo, authenticity you cannot buy.
You can't.
Right?
You can't.
either are, or everybody will see through you.
So here's my Fox Channel rebuttal. Do you think he's doing it? Do you think he did it just so, he everybody will vote for him? And do you think that's just him generally? Because
Yeah.
I know enough about him, but
Yeah.
I don't know his personality to the core. I don't know if that's really him or not.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta shake hands and kiss babies.
Sure,
right?
sure.
Doesn't matter in that kind of situation. If you want to get elected, you need to be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he did it great. Like he went all the major platforms.
Yeah.
He won all the debates.
Ye-
Like he did.
murdered
This
these
man
dudes.
did his research.
Yeah.
But is it, like I said, this is Fox News talking now. Is it a little too perfect?
Well, even if he can accomplish 25% of what he's promised,
Right.
it's a success.
But they said that about Obama, and he
Right.
kind of delivered, but people didn't feel about him.
So here's the thing with Obama. I think the stakes are so much bigger that as a president, you can't be as effective as people assume you're going to be. You can't just pop up as president and pull all these levers and everything changes. But as a mayor of a city, you have direct influence.
So what you're saying is the president is more like a puppet, and a mayor can be like a puppet master.
Yeah, so the president has to be the maestro of the orchestra.
Right.
And if the trombone player can't play, the orchestra sounds like trash.
Yeah.
The maestro gets the blame.
I get that, yeah.
And Obama's like that. There's all these states. There's 20 states that fucking hate him.
Right.
And will do whatever it takes to make sure he's not successful.
Right.
And then the other 30 are trying to pull their weight. But if these 20 are going to be bad actors,
That makes
the,
sense.
The 30 can't pull their weight. But what Mamdani did, which is great, he hired this woman. I think her name is Nikki Khan, and she was in charge of the FCC and making sure that mergers weren't being done illegally, and putting an end to monopolies and stuff like that.
okay.
And he hired her
Right.
to be a part of his camp. So I feel like he's putting the people in place that are going to be able to push the stuff that he wants,
Right.
and make it happen. Just like Bernie Sanders
Yep.
hired all the smartest people,
Right.
Just like AOC surrounds
Yeah.
himself with smart people.
And those two individuals were backing Mamdani, right?
Were
I saw them a lot
fully,
in his
all in.
campaign.
They were all in. They were all there, ready to support. But yeah, so that's the political side. We don't get too deep into politics because at the end of the day, this is a hip hop podcast.
It is, but it's a culture podcast too.
Yes,
It's
you're
for
right.
the culture.
You're
Would
right.
you to end it? Do you think our city or cities
Mm-hmm.
here could benefit with a young, smart individual like that?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a man, woman, whatever gender, whatever race, but someone who's got those kind of
Yeah.
morals and ideology.
Yeah.
What do you think it would do for our city? I mean, born and raised here, Vancouver. Now we're in
Dude.
Surrey, both of us.
Yeah.
What do you think that could do? Like right now, crime is absolutely rampant.
Yeah.
Like it's so normalized now. Like you see some of the stuff with drugs and like downtown. Like we're just going through this weird phase.
Yeah, our drug problem is abhorrent,
Right.
Unacceptable. It should not be allowed in a major city. Like we have one of the worst addiction problems in North America.
Facts.
I think Canada does have that person, but they're in Manitoba. Wab Canoe,
Right.
is indigenous.
Is that the person who made a comment about guys who were arrested for watching or child porn?
Yes.
Should be placed
Yes.
underneath. He made a comment and I loved it.
That's the dude.
I don't know what the exact comment
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
But it was something about like
Yeah, he's that guy. Yeah. And Jagmeet could have been that guy. But Jagmeet aligned himself with the kind of money people
Yeah.
that forces him to not be able to do the things he wants to do.
Right.
Right. So I feel like if we have somebody that's like Wab on the West Coast, oh man, Vancouver could
change things.
dramatically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. So shout outs to Mamdani.
Yeah.
Zora Mamdani, congratulations.
Big ups.
And what is it the term for Amir? I don't even know.
4 years.
It's still 4 years.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's great changes for New York City.
Definitely.
And hopefully it bleeds into the rest of North America because
Definitely.
we need a progressive shift.
Facts.
So we covered the Billboard thing, which was kind of like the most pressing thing
Yep.
pissing me off. And now I feel like hip hop has got these. It's got this weird kind of like, I don't want to call it a downturn because I feel like the reason why people feel like that is because the really heavy hitters aren't putting out any music. There's no Kendrick, there's no Cole,
I was
there's
just
no
gonna
Drake.
say who's heavy hitters.
Yeah,
Okay, that makes sense.
Megan Thee Stallion put out an album. Again, it's not going to do the kind of numbers
No.
that anybody wants.
I think Cardi did way better than Megan
for sure
in that sense.
Yeah, I think Megan's a better spitter, but
No,
Cardi obviously
facts.
has got a better,
But-
bigger fan base.
But I think Cardi knows who to bring on the album. She
Yeah.
had a lot of smart features.
Yep.
Good production.
Yep,
You can be a mediocre rapper, but you can have great production.
for sure.
Right?
Yeah,
and
man.
you can make it work.
Yeah,
We've
and
seen that.
Even on Cardi's first album, there's some beats on there, man. Like Bodak Yellow, there's beats on there.
Bangs.
God
Yeah,
damn,
it
I want to spit on that
man.
shit.
It bangs. Yeah.
So, but the fact that all of these, we've had a huge outpour of
Right.
artists from the 90s putting out music.
Yeah.
That has been really solid music, which is really exciting because Mobb Deep dropped an album
Did you hear it?
all the way through.
I mean,
It's a great album,
it,
man.
it literally sounds like they didn't even miss a beat.
Fresh.
And shout outs to Alchemist.
Yeah.
I've been
Dude,
following
the
Alchemist for a while,
beats.
and I think he's getting his flowers now.
Yeah. He's been around forever.
But I mean,
too,
he's
man.
produced for Eminem.
Forever.
He's synonymous with Action Bronson because he was part of the clique and Action Bronson had a show. So I think you saw more of him in a physical form.
Mm-hmm,
But let's not get it twisted. Alchemist been producing. and his
Talented
style of
peoples,
production
man.
is unreal.
Yeah. I mean, I think him and Madlib share the same space.
Ninth Wonder
yeah.
kind of fits into that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Jay
Dilla, they're all the same family.
There you go.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
family tree.
Yeah.
And Q-Tip birthed almost all of them.
Right. And
so-
you can see that. You can
For
definitely hear
sure.
that. Yeah.
But yeah, I love the fact that the biggest song on the album is Havoc with Nas and Georgia Smith.
Yes.
Great song. Like, these artists are doing the damn thing. And shout out to Mass Appeal for continuing this momentum.
Shout out to Nas and Mass Appeal.
Yeah, because,
and
like-
we talked about that before. How they're
Yeah.
the Ghostface album.
Banging.
Georgie Porgy.
It's such a good album.
Oh.
I feel like Raekwon's was not as good.
I thought Ghostface's was better.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah.
but still not a bad album.
Well, I mean, I think the
considering-
rapping is dope.
Yeah.
Like, Ray, obviously, the chef can rap.
Yeah.
But the beat quality
production
was
wasn't
mid.
as good, yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
like the hooks were kind of like, why are you using hooks? Like,
Right.
that's not who you are.
Right.
Get other people to do the hooks. Just spit mad bars. So I feel like there were some misses. It didn't really feel like a cohesive project.
The
but
Slick Rick album was dope.
it was pretty good.
Yeah, it had
I
some
was
good
very
beats on it.
surprised.
Yeah, I like some songs. On
Yeah,
it.
LL's album was good. So the fact that these artists
LL
are
album, yeah.
making, obviously they're not going to chart.
Yeah.
But I don't give a fuck if they chart.
I don't give a
Who
shit.
cares?
No.
Just keep making good music.
But I mean, do you give a shit if a movie that you want to watch doesn't do well at the box office?
could care less.
You and I are not profiting off it.
Exactly.
So why do we give a shit?
I just want it to be good.
I mean, we should only care if we're studio executives.
Exactly.
Right? Or
Exactly.
record label executives.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't care if it. Some of my favorite movies and music might have underwhelmed in financial success.
Yeah, could have tanked completely.
I could give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what? Hip hop. This might be the return of the real
Yes. And amplify.
for not being on Billboard because I don't want all you guys to listen to hip hop.
Yeah.
You guys, most of you don't even deserve to listen to hip hop
Facts.
because you guys know hip hop as these corny like additions to pop songs.
Yeah.
Or pop stars who do their little, like they have their little segue in their music video where they're all of a sudden they're a rapper.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
They're stealing the culture vultures is what they're doing.
Absolutely.
Right?
Using it in your commercials as background music.
Thank you.
Get the fuck out
and
of
then
here
some
with
of
that
you
shit.
rappers who are jumping on the bandwagon because you want the bag, but you don't realize what you're doing to the now everybody can rap.
Well, now-
everybody wants to rap.
The great thing is a lot
Like,
of those
come on,
dudes
man.
don't exist
Forget
anymore.
that.
like the Lil Xans, Lil Pumps, the Tekashis,
That's true.
The Frenches, they're done with.
The Brita filter is working slowly.
Yes.
Yeah, but not fast enough. But you're right. A lot of that little shit is gone. And we need more of that. And I think not being on the billboards is going to clean it up.
Absolutely is.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's gonna give artists the motivation to be like, yeah, now we can just focus on making great music.
Right.
Because the billboard is not gonna be indicative of what's successful, especially when you're building your own brand.
Hip hop, through and through, never gave a shit about being popular.
Yes.
They just wanted to be real.
Yes.
Right. And somewhere along the line, that changed.
Yeah.
In the last, I'm gonna say, probably 10 to 15 years, that changed, and it kind of became this weird mix of hip hop.
I hate to say it, but I think one of the primary instigators was Diddy. I feel like Diddy ushered in that era of the kind of like, we're dangerous, but we make fun music. Because Diddy was still acting like...
I'm thinking you've kind of just, you've thrown me a curveball here. Because I'm thinking about it, and you're probably right.
Because, like, you know, he was doing the mafia thing. I'm still the big boss. Yeah. But I'm going to make you dance.
Yeah, I mean... But, I mean, listen. When Drake hooks up with Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
When Kendrick hooks up with Taylor Swift.
For sure.
They're accountable.
They're running with it.
They're running with it, and they were running with it in a space like when Diddy did it. It wasn't so much all eyes on. Now the world sees.
Well, I think the difference. With Diddy,
did you hear it? Taylor Swift and Kendrick. So now the Taylor Swift fan is a Kendrick fan. Yeah. But I don't want that because you don't really appreciate Kendrick. Well, you just think, oh, he did this really cool rap on a Taylor Swift song, so now I like Kendrick.
But you know who did a great job of staying out of that mess was J. Cole.
You're not wrong.
I can't think of any of those
I'm just trying to think
collabs that he did
outside of the R&B hip hop scope.
Yeah,
he didn't. And not to say that you can't collaborate, but it has to kind of work. Like when Run DMC and Aerosmith did it. Yeah. That was a moment,
for sure.
Right? That was something different. Yeah. But I feel like somewhere in the last 10, 15 years, it was every popular pop song or any kind in that, even country western with Nelly and this and like it just, I don't know. It kind of watered it down, right? It watered it down for me, and that's why I only listen to the older stuff of hip hop because all this stuff is kind of like
they're forcing fan bases together, right?
Right.
And sometimes it's a complete disaster. And every now and then you might hit one of those. Like,
sure.
I feel like, but I feel like the reason that Cole is so authentic is because, first of all, he collabs with everybody on his label,
right? From
Boz to the freaking Earth Gang to like all
the Ari Lennox.
He puts all of them in the collabs,
right?
And when he does step outside of the groups to collab, they're still bangers. He collabs with Miguel a lot.
It's true.
Him and Miguel get down, and I feel like that authenticity is very rare to be consistent all the way through.
You know who did it really well? Eminem.
Yeah.
Like when he hooked up with Dido, and he hooked up with some other I think it was Skylar Grey, Skylar Grey. Mm-hmm. He did it well.
He really did.
50 Cent with Justin Timberlake. Jay with Justin Timberlake.
What song was 50 in Timberlake?
AO Technology.
Oh,
remember?
right.
Like I'm giving you little samples, but they made it work.
Yeah.
I mean, Jay made a whole album with Timberlake.
Yeah,
and it worked.
And I mean, that's not.
I mean, it wasn't the greatest album, but it wasn't bad.
And it's not so far removed. I mean, Timberlake.
That's true.
Timberlake
that is
hovers.
True. He's kind of in the R&B scope.
Yeah, he hovers
after
in
he
that
left
place.
NSYNC.
Yeah,
you're right.
He hovers.
But you're right. When it's done right, it's not a bad thing at all.
Absolutely.
But what we've been seeing in the last 10 whatever years, DJ Khaled, and then he's got Bieber, and he's got and Bieber by himself is fine, but then you see Bieber, and then Bieber's acting hip hop, and I'm like, you're not really, like I feel like it's all
it's a show, and it's not a good
there's
show.
Something about it that's not authentic to me.
Yeah,
man.
no, you're 100% right. Like you would never picture these dudes in the studio together. Writing the song and all that.
Thank you.
Stuff.
And they love wearing the ropes.
Yeah.
They love wearing the hoodies. Mm-hmm. They love the culture, and they love to steal from it when applicable.
Yeah.
But when it's time to fight for the culture or fight for the music, then everybody's like, oh well, I'm gonna go back to my pop space now. But it was real.
Yeah. When it's time to defend the artists, defend the content, defend some of the things that artists say and do. then they're all crickets. Just like what JT did to Janet, right? Same thing. Yeah, left her out. So outside of that, this is a random, not hip hop related. Did you see the MJ trailer for the movie?
I saw it yesterday. And yeah, I don't. Okay, what did you think of it? You're a bigger MJ fan. I'm a big fan, but
I had goosebumps throughout.
Okay.
I thought his nephew looks like him, eerily looks like him.
Right.
Sounds like him.
Yeah.
Some of the recreations of like the clips of like the Thriller clip and like,
right.
I'm like, ooh, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it.
So overall, you liked it.
I'm so excited.
So this was a teaser trailer,
yeah.
not the full trailer. I'm sure we're gonna get that soon. When I first saw it, it was very hype.
Yeah.
Because the way they just did it, you know, the flash
Cut
and the bang
beautifully.
and the bang,
Yeah.
they did it well. Whoever cut the trailer did a great job. You watch it again, and then you're like, oh, okay, does he look like Michael? Like the younger Michael? Because I was reading a lot of Instagram stuff, and they're like, well, he looks like Jermaine. More like Jermaine than Michael. Like, you know what I mean? Because the nose and stuff. And then I was like, so then that starts going in your head, and then you watch it again, you're like, oh, is it not that good? But no, actually, you know what? Overall, it definitely got me excited.
Shout out to all the tokers. Light up.
Definitely got me excited. And I think, I'm sure we're going to do it as a family group when we go watch that. We got a little click.
For sure.
But yeah, no, I think overall, I mean, if that's just the teaser, the trailer is going to be pretty.
And the only reason I brought it up is because we're going to the MJ show.
Yes,
on
in
the
a couple
25th
weeks.
of November.
Yeah, we're going to the musical.
Super excited about that. We're all huge Michael Jackson fans in the fam.
Yeah.
So the whole crew is going to go. And it's interesting that MJ still has been a really unifying factor for all the cousins in the fam. Like,
It's true.
This is it.
Yeah.
Right? We went and saw this
Yeah.
together. We went and got shirts made.
Yeah.
This is it on them.
Yep.
And you know, how long has it been since he passed? What he passed?
2009.
Yeah. And it's been 16 years, and he's still unifying people,
Yeah.
still unifying the world. Him and Pac had that kind of legacy that's irreplaceable, man.
There was a moment in time where, as big of a Michael fan I was, when he was going through that case, I was just like, because there was a lot of things that had opened up about him and his lifestyle, and then I became very judgmental because I was just like, okay, I know he didn't do any of it, but just like, why do you have kids over?
Why are you opening yourself up to it?
Yeah, stuff like that. But then, you know, then you really look at his life, and then you do some more, analyze like his childhood. It was pretty messed up.
Fucked up.
He didn't have so he was kind of living through these kids. He wasn't doing it in a way, like in a creepy way.
Yeah.
That's how you kind of saw it out on the lens, but that's
Well, that's how
not
the media
what
made it
was.
look.
Right.
When you hear the people that were in his life talk about him, that never happened. Like those kind of sentences never come out of their mouths.
Stop.
Everyone speaks about him like he was an angel, right?
Right. Do you think you know, individuals like him and Pac and Jimi Hendrix and you know, Janis Joplin, I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Do you think they were, I mean, obviously I think it was written for everybody, but they were meant to go when they were meant to go because if they had stayed any longer, maybe they wouldn't be as impactful?
Yeah, I think there's some self-fulfilling prophecy.
Does that make sense on what I'm trying to say? Like,
well, they live fast, right? They live hard. And I know exactly what you're trying to say because I've thought about this as well. Like, what if Pac did make it to 50? But
would people still appreciate it?
Yeah. Like, how much 30 years later could he have contributed?
Right.
If he was already 100 songs deep, if he was already, 8 movies deep?
Right.
Like, how much more, what kind of pace would he have had to keep up? Would he disappear for 10 years, come back in his 40s?
Right.
Like, what would the trajectory have been?
And then what happens to all the other artists who moved up in the ranks because of him no longer being here?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And that's real, right? Because eventually, doesn't matter how great you are, people are going to get bored.
That's very true.
So maybe he would have went into politics, maybe he would have did other things.
Yeah.
But I think in our minds, the superhero that he was, you just can't maintain that over a lifetime.
No.
And I think for Pac specifically, his death was self-fulfilling prophecy for sure because he talked about dying all the time.
All the time, yeah.
Right?
He knew he wasn't going to live a long life.
Yeah, like Shannon
he was
said,
very
Biggie as well, right?
vocal about
They
that.
talked about death all the time.
It's true.
But yeah, and I feel like that kind of that kind of sucks because obviously as fans and supporters of the art, we want to see these people be around for 30, 50, 75, 100 years.
Yeah.
But what they give you while they're alive is so meaningful
Yeah.
that the what ifs just become us cherishing them more.
Right.
And I think that's really the most important thing about them. But you know, they all kind of have that magic, that thing that makes them so special. I feel like everybody has that magic. We just don't know
You're not
what
wrong.
it is about us
Right.
that makes us magical, right?
We haven't dug deep enough
Yes.
into our inner selves.
Yeah.
But I mean, even like someone like Muhammad Ali, who was in his, I think, late 80s.
Yeah.
Early 80s, right?
Yeah.
Or late 70s, early 80s. But seeing him at the end was tough
It was really hard.
because he was so sick and he couldn't talk. And his last 20, 25 years was rough.
Silent.
Yeah. It didn't take away from his impact, but
Yeah.
it was sad watching him.
It's almost like-
degenerate.
Yeah.
Like his health, and a guy who was so vocal and so animated who couldn't even barely move his hands.
Yeah. It's almost like he should have just died in his 40s and not given us 40 years of silence.
You and I had a chat about this a while ago. I don't know if you remember. And you're like, I want to go younger than older. You said that. Do you still believe that?
Absolutely.
Like you said, if I go in my 60s, I'm cool with that.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the thing is,
But you have kids.
yeah.
See, I don't have kids. Don't you want to see your grandkids and maybe your great grandkids? If that happens, wouldn't you like to be around?
My biggest thing is I want to leave the earth knowing that I'm leaving two good humans. What they do with their lives doesn't matter to me after that.
I get that.
If I get the opportunity to meet my grandkids, they ever have kids,
Right.
Sure, wonderful. But there's no part
That's
of me.
not a yeah. Okay.
No part of me that's planning. Oh, one day I want to be a I'm not planning. Like in my mind, not planning for any of that.
Okay, so what about this then? You have a partner. You have a partner.
Mm-hmm.
You're a great partner. Don't you want to extend that
Sure.
as long as you can?
And it's crazy because
You don't wanna
we've
bail
had
out
this-
at
We've had
60?
this conversation,
Right.
And the way I look at it now,
You're a healthy guy.
Yeah.
At 60, you want to bail out?
yeah, and the way I look at it now is I would rather have those 15 years
Yeah.
be fucking amazing
Right.
and make every moment amazing and
Right.
make every day amazing and make every date amazing,
Right.
as opposed to potentially getting to your 70s
Yeah.
and you got some arthritis and you have trouble
Sure.
getting up and downstairs
Sure.
and I can't lift and move the way I want to and I can't do the things to you
But
that I
the
want to do.
love doesn't change.
That love doesn't change, but the things that make the love so amazing
Changes.
fade.
And that you can.
And now that's just a memory.
I get.
And
That's a fair point.
I don't want my best moments to only be memories.
Right.
I want my best moments to always be happening.
Got it.
And if I'm always thinking, oh man, remember when?
Yeah.
Then I'm kind of like, well, I'm not living anymore.
You want to end on a high note.
For sure. Right?
I get it. You know that makes sense. You're right. You're right in that sense. I think we take living as long as we can to reverence because everybody talks about I want to live a long life and that's great.
Yeah.
But you're right. What does that actually mean?
To me, I'd rather have 30 years of a phenomenal life and be gone as opposed to another 50 years of an average life.
I'm with you there.
And I think that's what
I'm with
I
you
think
there.
someone like Pac exemplifies that. Like, sure, he passed at 25.
Yeah.
But that's a fucking crazy
But
25
the impact
years.
that he did. I mean,
He
same with
changed the world.
Malcolm, right? What is he in
He
his
was in
40s?
30. Yeah, he was late 30s.
Late 30s.
Yeah. Changed the world.
We still talk about him.
To this day, he's held like he's here.
Right.
Right? The spirit never goes anywhere. And I'd rather leave that impact, man.
You're right. You know what? You have a valid point.
And I
You have
think
a valid point.
that's what's really cool about this episode and the two parties that we're going to be talking about because they hit the earth in such a way that anybody that was alive during that time, even if you're not a huge fan of the music, you will know No Limit
Facts.
Records and you will know Cash Money Records.
You didn't even have to be a hip hop fan to see the wave, the tidal wave that happened. I mean, I don't even know where to begin.
Well, I think the best place to begin is these.
The chains.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I got my No Limit medallion. Elite's got his Cash Money medallion. So we bought the No Limit one first, back in the days,
Yeah.
from a hip hop shop, and then maybe a year or two later we got the Cash Money. So we both have the identical ones.
Yep.
So I pulled them out, I cleaned them up, and bought some chains because I didn't have them. I didn't have chains for them. And then I wore it for the verses, which we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
But after that, I wore it a couple days after, and you know what? I'm going to wear it from time to time. Fuck that,
And I think
because
it's a
I
great
was
idea.
dope in it.
Because I think I'm gonna bring the No Limit. I've always like as far as logos go, there's none better.
The original,
The
one.
original tank.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you could compare it to Death Row, Rough Riders, whoever it is. That original tank logo is
Facts.
perfect. Because P's in the tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, for people that don't know, when you look hard
That's right.
at the tank, Master P's in the tank.
Yeah.
And this one's pretty cool. It's that OG Cash
Yeah,
Money
it's
Records.
it's the one that doesn't have the square
Yeah, exactly.
around
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we were rocking this in 1998.
Yeah.
I want to say
99, yeah.
And when I say we were rocking this, we were outside. Like you hear a lot of people say we were outside. No, we were outside.
At clubs.
You weren't outside. We were outside. We would wear this at the movies on Tuesdays at Station Square for some of you old heads. Johnny Z's, Station Square, Tuesday cheap night movies. We would be wearing these, and people would literally be like, "What the fuck? Where'd you?" Yeah, like
And
where
then,
did you get that
and
from?
then go to the clubs and pop
Go to
off
the
with
clubs.
chains. Like, we were in the
Come
damn
on.
labels.
We had the mecha jackets that glowed in the dark.
Oh,
The white mecha jacket.
dude, you had the fucking
the white
you had the white
contact
contacts.
lenses. Come on.
This is
man.
before Belly. Thank you. Yeah.
Belly owe me some residuals.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. But yeah, we wore these shit
but
like
we wore
owned
these
it.
things like we would sleep in these things. Like it was not just for the sake of wearing it. Like now, all these hip hop, it's all about the bling and all the diamond. Okay, fine. No, we wore this out of just pure love
Yeah.
for the label, for the labels, for the music, man. We were
Culture,
just into it,
all
man.
of
We
it.
had no other reason to wear it
Yeah.
other than that.
And-
we were just representing, man.
For sure. And I think the wonderful thing is we are, for those of y'all that are not where we're from, we are up north on the west coast of Canada. Vancouver, BC would be the city that you would know.
Born and raised.
And New Orleans is on the opposite end of North America.
Down south.
Down south, a lifestyle we would never know, an
Nope.
accent we would never hear,
Nope.
a culture we would never be a part of.
Absolutely not.
But what would you say is the moment for you where you were like, oh man, this label, this whatever this is, I need to be a part of it.
So we loved buying CDs. We loved buying tapes. Hip hop was our thing. Me, Elite's brother, who was influential in the beginning, and Sham, who we got in the background here. We were all a collective, and we just loved buying CDs. We loved recording
And
hip hop
listening
videos.
to the music together,
Oh,
front to back albums.
absolutely, and
Yeah.
getting so hyped for it.
Yep.
So that grew, like it started with like the NWA Death Row, and then it kind of it grew a little bit, and then Death Row kind of died, and then it was like, okay, what are we listening to? It was the mainstream stuff,
Yeah.
the LL Cool J's, the whatever the case was, and then we would be buying the Source magazine, the Hip Hop Bible. We would be buying rap pages.
Double
Murder.
XL.
There was a magazine called Murder Dog.
Murder Dog.
Murder Dog.
Rap pages.
Rap pages.
Rap pages.
And this is before X and
And Vibe magazine.
and Vibe magazine.
Yeah.
Thank you. And so what I would do is I would look at, especially the Source. I would look at these ads, because the ad game was on point, man.
crazy.
If you weren't there for the '90s, like the mid '90s to the late '90s, the ad game for hip hop albums in these magazines. That was a moment in it. I mean, I have a book. I don't know if I should. I have a book of all the ads I still have.
Crazy.
Yeah, we'll do that one day. But yeah, and so you'd read these ads, but we wouldn't know who these rappers were because we weren't exposed to them because you couldn't buy those albums in Canada.
And
let
they would
alone-
never get played on the radio.
Yeah, like I don't know about Toronto, I don't know about the East Coast, but here you go to stores like A&B Sound, Music World, Sam, the Record Man, right? You could only buy the mainstream stuff, the
Yeah.
top, like the Ice T's, the Ice Cubes, the NWAs, the Easy E's, that kind of the Death Row, the Bad Boy, but and if the Rap a Lot stuff. That would be it,
The Max, yeah.
right? That would be Outcast, that kind of stuff. so then we would look at these ads and be like, who are these guys? 8 Ball and MJG, 3-6 Mafia, Master P. But the ads were, for me, the ads were so interesting that, like, how do you get your hands on this stuff? Because the ads were like, oh, hit single, but and we couldn't even listen to it because we didn't even have BET at that time.
And no internet.
We didn't have internet. We didn't have BET at the time. We only had rap. The only hip hop show that we were exposed to was Rap City on Much Music.
Yeah.
And they had to play like 25% Canadian content.
Yeah.
And it was only a half an hour show. So really, you're only watching like 4 videos,
Yeah.
maybe 5. Yeah. And 2 of the 5 are Canadian. No offense, but it was the same Canadian videos
And there was
again and
no
again.
radio station we could listen to play it.
No,
None.
there was facts. The only radio station, if you had a good enough antenna, was
Cube.
93.3 Cube.
Yeah,
in
Seattle.
Seattle. Thank you. You remember that.
Shout out Cube.
And then later on, we had 102.7.
Right.
We had our homie Maximus Clean. But yeah, and then so then we used to when we got a little bit older, we used to make trips to the States right across the border because they had all these albums. So I would kind of consciously just kind of pick out some of these ads that I really thought were interesting, and then buy an album. And then we had a record store on
Smythe?
is it Smythe?
I think it is.
It was the same block as the
You're talking about tracks?
track.
I'm pretty sure it was on Smythe.
As A&B, I don't know. Was it Smythe
I think
or
so.
Hornby?
No, it's I think Rambo and Richards.
No, definitely not
that far.
Granville or Richard. No.
We'll leave it up to y'all if
Yeah.
if somebody can remember.
No. Seymour.
Seymour.
It was on Seymour. 800 block of Seymour. So there's a place called Track Records. I don't know how we stumbled upon it. That I don't remember. But it was a couple stores away from A&B Sound. We walked in there, and they were called Track Records. Shout outs to Track Records, where they just sold vinyl, but they had some CD, but majority of it was vinyl. But when you walked in there, they would have CDs, they would have a hip hop section, but we wouldn't know any of these CDs because it was all imported from the States.
Yeah.
So it was like a kid in a candy store, right? So all the albums,
And they would only have like 2 copies or 1
that's it,
copy.
because nobody was buying them because they were like $30, and I know
Yes.
some of you like $30 for a CD. Like you guys now can buy. You don't even have to buy the album; just buy the songs. We had to buy the whole album to get one to get the hit song.
They didn't buy shit. They just streamed the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, you guys still have that
fuck
shit.
outta here.
Yeah, like we didn't steal until Napster came along. Before that, we had to buy the shit,
Physically
man.
buy it.
And it's not like we had jobs or jobs that were paying that well. But you know what I mean?
Made it happen.
So then they had all these albums, and then so then we just started buying albums that weren't available in Canada,
But you took a lot of chances.
I did. I rolled a lot of dice.
Yeah.
I rolled a lot of dice.
Yeah.
And I would say I had a pretty good. I had probably like a 85-15%
Oh yeah, you had
ratio.
a solid ratio.
It was
Great
pretty
picks,
good.
great
Like
picks.
all the No Limit stuff,
Yeah.
bangers.
Yeah.
Even the ones that weren't was still pretty good.
Yep.
The Cash Money stuff,
Yep.
3-6 Mafia, 3 Times Crazy,
Ding Family.
Brother
Mafia.
Lynch, Brother Lynch Chung.
Yeah. Crucial Conflict.
Oh, Dating Family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crucial
yeah.
Conflict.
Trick Daddy.
8 Ball and MGJ and that whole Swab House, South Circle, Crime Boss,
Yeah.
Mr. Mike.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's why he's the motherfucking connoisseur.
3-6
Shit
Mafia.
like
Well,
that.
I mean, you were on Bone before anybody.
Yeah. So
You told us about Bone, and we were like, "What's that?" And then literally a couple of months later, I saw the EP at A&B Sound, and I bought it, and it blew up.
yeah.
So yeah, and then yeah, I mean, it was a time, man. It was a
So-
time.
So I think I remember the first project you purchased.
Yeah.
That had anybody on it from No Limit or Cash Money was the West Coast Bad Boys
You know what?
mixtape.
You got a great. You see, you say your memory's not good, but it's actually
Random
very
shit-
good.
random shit.
Because I was actually thinking about that yesterday when I was summarizing the notes.
Yeah.
And I was like, which No Limit album did I buy first?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was thinking about it. I was like, and then it clicked to me. I was like, it was West Coast Bad Boys too.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I remember it was just after Pac died.
Yes. And there was a whole bunch of R.I.P. Pac stuff on the cover of it, I think.
So it's Master P on the cover.
Yeah.
It's got the all the artists' names.
Yeah, yeah.
But then there's a little a note saying dedicated to
Right.
Tupac Machiavelli Shakur.
Right.
And actually, shout out to Master P because he did the same thing on 99 Ways to Die, where he dedicated to Eazy-E.
Yeah, yeah, it's
On
dope.
the, so he really recognized these people, and after finding out that he met Eazy-E at a radio station. He knew
Yeah.
Eazy for a little bit. He knew Pac.
They did some touring together.
So this, but back in the days, he actually didn't even defend it because especially a lot of Bay Area guys were like, "You didn't know Pac. You didn't know Pac. You just biting off of him." But he actually knew Pac.
And he never used any of these names for clout.
Never.
He just did his.
He just recently said in the No Limit Chronicles that he actually knew Pac, and then there's a picture of them. But back then, he never once said that he knew Pac.
No.
Yeah.
But I think that's one of the reasons why you bought it was because it had the Pac.
That's exactly what it
Tribute.
was. Yeah, I didn't know anything of Master P other than I would see the Ice Cream Man ad all the time because that ad was because that was his first album to go gold.
Right.
So that was a big deal for an independent.
Huge.
Not that we didn't know what the hell that meant.
85-15 split.
85, right? But seeing that ad and it was like a gold ice cream cone, Master P, 500,000. Like it was very appealing,
white
right?
suit.
Right.
Yeah.
It was very appealing.
Yeah.
So I it was kind of in the back of my mind that maybe we gotta. But then when that West Coast Bad Boys 2 came out, like Lead said, when it said that Tupac thing, we were like, because we were such Tupac fans that anything connected to him, we would be all over, right?
Yes.
So we buy that album, and the first song on the album is R.I.P. Tupac.
Yes, and that beat.
Produced by Beats by the Pound, where they mix Ambitions as a Rider and I See Death Around the Corner.
Oh man,
They literally mixed both beats together, and they made this beat with a gunshot in the background. And say what you want, but P rapped his ass off.
and
on that.
and I, honestly, at that time, I thought he was a really good rapper.
I still think he's a pretty good rapper.
Like obviously,
I don't think he's a lyricist, but
The voice.
isn't there a difference between a lyricist and a rapper?
for sure.
I don't think this generation understands because they're still like after this verses going on a tangent, but even after this verse, everybody's like, "Oh, Silk is trash." But you guys don't realize like if Silk is trash, then I guess E40 is trash
Yeah, no,
because E40's got a different flow.
They don't know. Okay,
So what are you guys talking about? Yeah, he doesn't do the lyrical miracle, all that shit. But that's if you want to listen to that, then grab a backpack.
Here's the thing,
grab
man.
your kombucha, grab the lyrical, lyricist lounge CD, and
Life has been sense.
and life is great.
Okay, so here's
But
the
a
thing.
rapper, come on, man.
Silk gets shit on for all the wrong reasons.
Offbeat.
Facts.
He can rap. He's got lyrics. He knows how to chain metaphors and
Thank
stuff
you.
together when you listen to him. But he doesn't do himself any favors.
What do you? As far as his delivery is
So
concerned,
we'll get into it when we get to a song.
Right.
But I want to go back to P.
Okay.
And Ice Cream Man.
Right.
Because for me, that moment that we heard that song, because that sound, of
Right.
hip-hop, the hip hop sound.
right,
I at least hadn't heard it from anybody else up until that point.
right,
The beats and that's Moby Dick on the hook.
correct.
Mr. Ice Cream Man.
That's right.
Like I'm
And Mia,
and Mia X.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure multiple times we laughed listening to it.
yeah,
Laughed because it sounds
Absolutely.
it's so new, it's so different. We had no idea what we were
and
listening
it
to.
literally had the ice cream truck sound at the beginning.
Yeah, and then the gunshot and boom,
I mean, it was,
boom, boom, boom.
it was,
boom, boom.
That's legendary.
it was the Bay Area,
Yeah.
which we knew.
Heavy Bay.
We
Heavy
knew the Bay very
Yes.
well because
Yes.
Spice One was one of our. It still is one of our favorite
The
rappers.
Click, obviously.
The Click, Too Short,
Too Short,
right?
DJ
And
Quick.
back,
Actually, Quick's
DJ,
still more
right?
elevated.
But we knew the Bay and we knew the sound, but the rapping and the content
Yes.
was very different.
And he sounded a little bit like Pac.
he did.
He had the
true.
dragging out the flows, and for me that was like a real wow.
Yeah, it was very different.
This is new. Like it felt totally
The album
new.
cover, the Lexus with the gold Dayton's.
Yeah. yeah.
Like the whole thing was very.
And then you start to hear the lore, like there would be stories that would come up. You'd
Yeah,
hear the
yeah,
lore
of
about
course,
him
yeah.
Getting this crazy distribution deal.
Right.
Like, how the fuck did he do this?
Right.
And then he's slanging CDs out of the
Yeah,
trunk of his
yeah,
car.
yeah. He had a
All
store,
of these
this,
things
that,
that
and yeah,
add
yeah.
to the mythology of making what
Definitely,
he was doing.
definitely.
And then to me, because I think at that time we had, we were in our minds seeing ourselves as what ifs, like. What if we try this?
Right.
What if we try that?
Yeah.
But we started trying shit.
It's true.
Right? We started to make those little videos.
Yep.
We
Music
started to make our
videos,
own-
then movies.
Our own movies.
Yeah.
We would do the script thing and put
True.
stuff together. But that feeling of giving somebody the motivation to want to go out and get shit,
Yeah.
Master P made me feel that more than I don't think anybody ever has in my life.
I wouldn't disagree. I think he and a lot of people say that like he motivated so many people to do so many different things.
Craziness.
Whether it was play basketball or music or business, but he just had that entrepreneurial spirit that he still does now that you can't fuck with. And he didn't, you just can't.
It didn't feel, none of it felt fake. It's completely authentic. He didn't, 100%. He never tried to be nobody else.
Nah.
And the crazy thing for me is at the height of their popularity, right? Master P dropped the Last Dawn album.
Right.
And
which was supposed to be his last album.
Supposed to be. And I'm working at Hip Hop Connection.
Right.
And Master P just walks in the fucking store.
Facts. This man met.
Just walks in the store with his camo jacket. He had that dude with him. Boz with it. No. Craig B. Was it? One of the... I'm pretty sure Boz was already in jail at this time.
Oh, Boz was in jail?
Yeah.
Did he have Big Court? Big Court's a muscular guy.
Big dude.
Like muscular.
Yeah. And he kind of hung out in the background.
He has a podcast now.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, Courtney Richardson the second.
Oh,
he was on Versus. I don't know if you know that he was the big jacked up guy. Yeah.
I was more listening to it than watching
but anyways, it might have been Big Court because he's always with him,
He walks in, he's got this fat ass fucking cuff, diamond bracelet.
Of course.
And he comes in and I was honestly like
so you didn't know that he was coming?
Nobody knew he was coming. Nobody knew he was in town. Like the rumor hadn't popped off.
No, it's not like he came for a concert or anything.
Yeah, no, because he wasn't touring in Vancouver. No. So he pops in, and
this is '98 because the last song came out in '98.
Yeah, and I was so starstruck. Like I had no idea how to act. Obviously, I was like, gave him his flowers. I'm like, you're amazing. Love No Limit. And then I was like, can you just stay here while I go grab a camera? And he stayed. He stayed because we didn't have cell phone cameras. We could just pull out our pocket, like take a selfie.
It's all about the disposables,
I had to go and buy a disposable camera so I could get a picture. So I ran to the Superstore because right around the corner, got the disposable, came back. He hung out the whole time, and at that point, people had started to like notice he was in the store.
Right.
And they started
because he's a tall guy, right?
6'3", giant dude.
All the bling.
Yeah, and then the camo, he was synonymous for the camo.
Right.
And people started noticing and stuff. They started crowding around. Next thing you know, it's like 50 kids outside. And he stayed. He gave everybody high fives and stuff. Was cool with everybody.
Because at this point, he's a star.
He is.
No, the Last Dawn, he's now a solidified.
He's a $30 million man at this point.
Right.
$30 million man. Just walks in like no big deal.
And we're talking about $30 million in 1998.
Yeah.
Which is like
independent.
Like
not with a boss.
No.
He's the boss. So he walked, and for me, it just solidified everything that I knew about this guy.
And was he a nice guy?
He was a great dude, super humble, very, very like committed to having like a conversation.
Right.
Like makes a point to like look at you,
talk
to you. Big handshake, really makes his presence known. Gave his business card afterwards. He's like, because they were just putting out No Limit clothing.
Right.
And they wanted us to carry it in Hip Hop Connection.
Right, which you did.
So we did, yeah. So we carried a few lines of his. So he gives me the business card. He's like, call me, put in an order and stuff. And I just couldn't get over his voice.
Right.
Because the drawl was so heavy. I'm like, he actually sounds like this.
That Baton Rouge
This is exactly
flow.
what the fuck he sounds like. I was kind of blown away. And I remember, I'll never forget, I called the phone once. Just to see. I called the phone, and it just went to his voicemail. It's Master P, the colonel of the tank.
Right.
Press this. And then that was it. And I remember the first time I heard it, I'm like, what the fuck? That's Master P.
Yeah.
I got his number on the phone.
Like, he's a legitimate hustler, man.
Legit. And makes everybody feel like they're a part of the growth of his thing. And I think that's why No Limit was so fucking special.
Is it the greatest hip-hop label of all time?
Personally, for me, I would say so. As far as success goes, it's unmatched.
How about everything together? As far as success, music, artists, I would say for me still yes. Now I know that's hard. See, Sham's saying yes too. I know that's a little tough because you can say, well, Death Row had a lot of amazing artists, maybe more amazing artists than No Limit. That's an argument, and then I've always had an issue with Def Jam because Def Jam had so many umbrellas.
Yeah.
So you can't really just
a lot of it wasn't just Def Jam.
No, and that's the thing.
Yeah, like there were already movements in their own world.
Like I feel like Def Jam was priority.
Yes.
Like Priority had all these artists, but that they had their own labels.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, Def Jam, you could say Def Jam had all these, but not really. Right? But I mean, who are we talking about? We're talking about Ruthless Records. We're talking about Rap A Lot.
Yeah.
We're talking about
Death
No
Row.
Limit, Cash Money. I'm not Young Money, Cash Money.
Yeah.
We're talking
Death Row.
We're talking Death Row.
Bad
We're talking
Boy.
Rough Riders. We're talking Bad Boy.
Yeah.
Also the
We're talking.
So
thank
Def's
you.
gotta
Good
get
one. So
props,
good
yeah.
one. So Def Suave House.
Suave House. They did the damn thing.
You know, so
labels.
Sick with It Records. You know, like there's
Sick with
some.
It.
You know, is are they still number one in if you're looking at all aspects of hip hop and
Jive.
as a label,
Jive Records.
not just the business part of it? Would you still agree, or would you and if so, who would you rank as number one?
Okay,
Because
I
find
would,
that
I would
interesting.
have to put it like this. Musically, it's Death Row.
Right. And I think there's an argument there.
but-
There's definitely an
But
argument.
culturally, it's No Limit. No Limit changed the game.
How about musically?
Musically, it's
As far as what you had listened to then and what you still listen to now. Like I would say now, if I'm looking at all those labels, because majority of my hip hop, anytime I'm listening to hip hop is like 2000 and under for the most part, except for like the 50 Cent run and maybe some later Jay-Z stuff, and then of course, the Dre's are kind of. But as far as like every day, it's usually like early 90s to very early 2000s is my window of just constant listening. That's what I want to listen to. So musically for me, it was because No Limit. If you look at my playlist, they still have the majority as far as numbers are concerned. They just do.
What's your favorite P album?
Ghetto.
Yeah. I would say Ghetto. See, Ice Cream Man is the easy pick. Everybody says that because it is a good album. But you gotta listen to Ghetto D, and you gotta listen to actually 99 Ways to Die, which is very solid.
Yeah, it really is.
Dead Presidents.
Rolling through my
And
hood.
Rolling Through My Hood. See, Sham knows. But no, I would say Ghetto D for me. Ghetto D was not just a dope album,
Yeah.
it was actually considered a dope album in the hip hop world as far
Yeah.
as respect is concerned.
It's-
they got 4 mics in the source.
It's close to perfect.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, from
Almost-
the Eric B. and Rakim sample with
Yeah.
Ghetto D, that was
crack. Yeah.
that was so outside of No Limit scope
Yep.
to do that.
And he rapped really well on all the tracks.
He did. The production was stop hating, trying to
Flawless.
do something, make him say,
Bourbons and Lags.
Bourbons and Lags.
Oh my
I mean,
god, Weed and Money.
Weed and Money.
Dude, the
Let's
beats,
get him. I mean, come
The
on.
beats are
What about
phenomenal.
Captain Kirk?
Captain Kirk.
No one talks about that joint. It's good.
Captain
That's a
Kirk.
good one. That's a
People
good
shit
one.
on it.
Yeah, no, it's a
Captain
good song.
Kirk.
It's good.
And P's
Trying
rap.
to do something?
P's,
Come on, man.
P's pen game was solid throughout.
It was extremely
Silk,
solid.
Silk and
C?
C Murder got some dope collabs on it.
Dope.
That album is one of the best albums, just not for No
Track
Limit,
for
but
track.
just overall in hip
Perfect
hop.
album.
Definitely. What about you? Your favorite?
Oh, it's Ghetto D for sure. Ghetto
Ghetto
D is near perfect for me.
Yeah.
I really don't think there's any misses. Even like that was that album that had Swamp N on it.
No, that's true.
Oh,
that's true to the game.
Right.
Yeah, that's got Swamp.
That's a banger.
And that's probably my second favorite album for No Limit.
Yeah.
Because that one's ridiculous too. But
Okay.
but anyways, going back to see, we can talk forever on this. It's gonna be a 7-hour podcast. But so Masterpiece, that was my West Coast Bad Boys was our first introduction, and then from there I just started buying everything.
Everything No Limit.
So my second one was True to the Game because that had come out like January of '98. And then after that, I would just look at, because No Limit was so smart in their marketing. In their booklets, they would have all the past albums that were released and then all the future releases.
soon.
And you'd get so high. So I literally went and bought almost their whole back catalog.
Yeah.
From from Ice Cream Man to 99 Ways to Die to Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me, Mama's Bad
Damn.
Boy. And then
Crazy.
and then Cain and Abel, The Seven Sins, Seven
That's a
Deadly
really
Sins.
good album.
Yeah, Mia X, Good Girl Gone Bad.
Yeah.
I think the only backlog album I didn't buy for No Limit up to that point was Skullduggery Hoodlum for Life.
Oh
Yes, it's-
wow.
Yeah, I bought the
Skullduggery.
second. I bought the second one.
Yeah.
5 stars. 5 mics.
These Wicked Streets. I bought that album.
Crazy.
But the first one I didn't buy. But every other No Limit album
Mia X.
I had. Yeah, Good
And
Girl
in the
Gone
first
Bad.
run of pretty much every artist, the Silk the Shocker album, the Mr. Servon.
Oh, sorry,
album.
The Shocker. Yeah, so The Shocker was on the back catalog
Yeah,
too. His first
yeah,
album.
and then all of the current. The
And then
basically
after
the
that,
first run-
we became so incensed with the label,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that now it was every album,
every album from the catalog.
Yeah,
and
and it was a great time.
I think Beats by the Pound is one of the most underrated production teams.
Absolute fact.
Yeah, they have some of the not just some of the best sounding drums. but the melodies over top of the drums are so underrated. The thing is, you can't make good music if your beats don't have melodies.
It's true.
And Beats by the Pound gave you those, dude, the banging bass lines, man. Holy shit.
They were 808s before Kanye.
Yeah.
They even talked about it.
And they used them perfectly.
100%.
So for me, once Beats by the Pound disbanded, I feel like No Limit died a slow death.
It's true.
Yeah.
Their new roster of producers.
Yeah.
It just wasn't it.
Yeah, they tried to duplicate the sound. It got really militaristic. They tried to do
They had a couple of hits.
soldiers.
They had some hits.
Yeah, some randoms.
Ooey and Choppa Style. And,
Yeah,
like,
Hootie Hoo
but the yeah, you're absolutely right. The next album that No Limit released after Beats by the Pound had left was P's.
Ghetto Postage.
Nope.
Last Dawn.
Nope. Beats did that.
Mac?
Only God Can Judge Me.
Oh, right.
And that was the first album without
Beats by the Pound.
and they had a couple of good songs on it,
yeah.
but you could tell it wasn't that.
Yeah, you lost the magic. You lost the magic.
It was slowly fading.
Yeah.
And then after that, it just kind
After
of
Magic had faded,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
you're right.
and
That was their
crazy thing
downfall.
is, it kind of segues perfectly into Cash Money because
Here's the baton.
right? And I think the
I
reason
mean,
why
that's
is
what it was.
because the quality of sound that Manifest created defined Cash Money for their honestly one of the most dominant runs musically.
Facts.
As far as chart toppers.
Facts.
These motherfuckers just kept putting out hits. So No Limit didn't have a chart run. I mean, obviously they got on the billboards.
They had an album chart run,
Yeah.
but an actual single chart run. You're right. It was,
Cash Money was swinging for the fences. It's
true.
Everything was the hit.
and that's what a lot of people in Versus were saying. It's like No Limit had the hits for the D-boys in the streets,
Yeah.
but Cash Money had the club bangers and
got it on
the
radio.
popular music.
Yeah.
And you were talking about Beats by the Pound. I mean, Manny Fresh is another
Ooh.
he still doesn't get
So
appreciated enough.
good.
Hopefully after this he does.
Dude,
if you think
those
about it,
Manifest drums, man, are some of the best ever.
and Beats by the
Drum
Pound
patterns, sorry.
started off with only 2 producers. That was KLC, DJ KLC, the mastermind behind all of it,
Yeah.
and Moby Dick,
Moby
Master
Dick.
P's cousin. After some time, then we
Underrated
had
Moby Dick.
Odell and Craig B,
Craig B.
And Carlos, right? But before that, it was just these 2 guys.
Yeah.
But Manny, so Beats by the Pound was a collective,
Yeah.
ultimately, right? At the
Yeah.
end, DJ Daryl.
Yeah.
But Manny was just one guy.
One guy,
And he
man.
produced every single album up until I think the Carter maybe the Carter 2, and then after that him and Baby had some issues. He left,
yeah.
and then they had a whole bunch of just new producers.
And it was never the same.
it was good for Wayne,
Yeah, sure.
It was good
'Cause
for Wayne.
Wayne's a different
but
thing.
but who else was on Cash Money?
you know, nobody
Juvie
else.
had left.
Yeah, BG was in jail.
BG was in jail.
Turk is not a solo
Turk was
artist.
in jail too at that time.
And he's not a solo artist anyways.
He
could've
released
did it.
one solo album. It was
Yeah,
great.
no.
Yeah.
But I think
Actually, he's released a second one now. But yeah, I mean, Manny. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. I mean,
I think
shout
the
outs to
wild
both
thing-
production teams.
the
man.
wild thing about Cash Money Jump Off for me was, "Huh" is not a pop song.
I don't even know who says that.
There's
Has
no-
someone actually said that it's a pop song?
Well, it crossed over.
Yeah.
Ha became like a massive radio hit
Yeah.
It did.
right
but
before
I,
Back That Ass Up dropped.
But I think Back That Ass Up is a bigger hit.
Oh, for sure.
but
Back
you're
That
right.
Ass Up was a monster.
Ha had a, but then so did Make Him Say
But Make Him Say is like a deliberate, I'm going for a hit song.
I see what you're saying.
Like,
yeah,
Ha is.
yeah.
he's not going-
It's a total street record.
Well, when you listen to what he's saying, man, it's you with that badass friends,
Right.
huh? That's you whatever you keep fucking your friends, huh? You
You
gotta
pay
go
for
to court,
chicks.
huh? Like, you got to beat it for child support, huh?
Yeah, the whole song is a total street
Street hook
gang
anthem.
drug. Yeah, you just got to read between the
And
lines.
for me, I remember seeing the video because the video was like popping.
So dope.
It was all over
Straight
BET,
out of the Magnolia Projects,
just him walking through the hood.
right? Like
Everybody
just
behind
real
him.
people walking.
And for me, that was crazy to see that a song like that could become what's called a hit. It kind of
Because it was unorthodox.
completely
Yeah.
left. And sometimes that happens, and you get a one hit wonder like Jaquan with the Tipsy, like
That's a good one.
super left field, banger of a track, but they vanished. They never do anything else again. It's
true.
But with Juvenile, he hit the next song was like one of the biggest hits, honestly, maybe in hip hop history.
Is Juvenile? Because this got said a lot after the fact. Is he an underappreciated lyricist?
Oh,
from
hell
a lyrical
Oh,
individual like
dude,
yourself?
straight
He doesn't
up.
get his flowers, right?
At all. Dude, he might be one of the South's best MCs.
Better than Scarface?
Okay.
Better
if
than,
we're talking MC,
better than Three Stacks?
no, 3 Stacks is the best. But if we're talking MCs,
Wayne?
I think you put him up there with Wayne. I really do. I just don't think Juvenile's had the consistency.
You're going on a leap there, my friend.
Yeah, but
to say that he's as good as Wayne,
Juvie hasn't had the consistency of a Wayne.
he hasn't. No,
And-
that's true.
And if he had the same run,
You think he would
I
be?
think he would be right there.
Listen,
because
Juvie
what
can rap.
What song does Wayne have that's a bigger hit than Back That Ass Up?
He doesn't have a song. No,
What-
not bigger than Back
what
That Ass
song
Up.
does anybody have?
But is Back That Ass Up because I feel like that's a bigger song because of the music.
The music is
That
amazing.
beat,
The
when
beat's
that
banging.
beat drops,
Yeah. But when you
women lose clothing.
But when you think about the song, right? Juvenile's flow is flawless on it.
It is.
And the hook,
It is.
I don't think there's another voice in hip hop that could have done it. Girl, you look good. Want
true.
you back there? You the fine motherfucker.
Yeah.
Want you back there?
You're not
It's
wrong.
so easy. And Juvie's always been a master with the hooks, right?
Big
Like
time.
slow
Even
motion,
hot.
slow
You
motion.
paper chase.
Yeah.
Blah. Like he
Bang,
knows.
Yeah, he knows how to
Slow
make
motion, yeah,
one of those
yeah,
tracks.
yeah.
And I think Juvenile, if he had the same kind of run that Wayne did, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't be on par. Because when you listen to his bars, like Juvenile's got bars.
Yeah, I never thought about that because you're right. He did his career got cut short because when he left Cash Money,
That was it.
he went. I think he was on Rap a lot, and then he had that. Remember, he had that Nola clap or
Yeah.
Nolia clap. Remember,
Yeah.
he had that
That's not a
collective.
hit,
Yeah.
yeah.
But he never went back to that solo thing until way later.
Yeah, well, because
and it
Manny-
was kind of too late, right?
Yeah, well, because Manny was the
and
sound.
then Manny, right?
And that's, again, it speaks to the same kind of downfall. Once Manny bounced, Cash Money kind of just
Manny
appeared.
was like his Quincy Jones, right?
Yeah.
Like like Michael had his
Yes.
the most amount of success with Quincy.
Same with BG.
Facts.
I think Wayne is the only artist that was sophisticated enough to pivot off of Manny's sound.
Yeah, and I think because of his age, because he was still at that
Quite
point.
a bit younger.
He was his early stuff people didn't like remember so much.
Yeah.
Everybody
yeah.
now, if you ask about what was Lil Wayne's first album, I bet you $1 million are gonna say the Carter.
Yeah.
They forget about
Which is
500
nonsense.
Degrees and the Block is Hot.
Hot. And I actually really like the Block is Hot album.
I do too.
could-
And even 500 Degrees had a couple of
Yeah, and I
kinda
don't know why
bangers.
for me, I could really relate to Wayne because like, as like the young dude of the crew, he's
Yeah.
super talented. he
Super,
had all
yeah.
the skills, underappreciated because he's the little dude,
Right.
And I think that first album for me was like a really, really solid introduction to the artist he was going to become. Obviously, nobody knew he was going to become this
Right.
fucking like icon of hip hop.
Giant, yeah.
But what he did with his first two albums deserves props, man. I think he gets super underrated in that.
Especially for
in
his
that
age.
area
I mean,
too.
how many kids 15, 16, 17 could rap like that?
No. And hold their own on stage on live performances with grown men.
Come on.
Right? Like these dudes are all grown men around him.
And he was a legitimate street guy. Like he
Legitimate
wasn't
street dude.
like a groomed star,
Yeah.
young star. He
Yeah.
was from the hood.
Straight hood dude.
Right.
And the thing for me, like, there's some troublesome shit that I don't like about Wayne.
Yeah.
Overall.
Of course.
But as far as the pen game, the delivery, the bars,
And
I
the
mean,
respect to hip hop.
The respect to hip hop.
He really respects hip
He
hop.
respects artists. You know, he gives everybody their props.
Yep.
I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find most hip hop heads not having Wayne in like their
It's
top.
true.
Their top
When
10
when
all
someone
time.
like a Jay-Z pays your a $10 million tax bill and almost signed you, but out of respect for Baby, well, actually Baby was going to sue, but in order not to get ugly, he declined.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big ask, man.
Yeah, I feel like Wayne's created this lane for himself where not only do the 90s hip hop heads appreciate him,
Right.
but because of his ability to pivot in so many different ways, this new generation of hip hop sees him like an icon. Like they see him like
Oh, he's like the Tupac for them.
he's Pac in their world.
It's true.
And there's nothing that all of these new dudes, Young Thug, doesn't matter, Future,
Future,
Fake,
yeah,
all
because I
these
mean he
dudes,
basically birthed all these guys.
all of them.
Now,
All of them.
talent-wise, not so much.
Yeah.
But let's face it, from the dreads to the tattoos to the trying doing the flow.
Yes.
This is all Wayne,
All Wayne.
right?
So
2 Chainz.
yeah.
I mean, and we're not saying it. They've literally said it.
They all say it. They all call him their goat. Yeah.
And I get it.
And that's crazy to influence an entire generation of music.
It is crazy.
And there's a good to it and there's a bad.
Sure there is.
Because the copycats obviously can.
There's a lot of garbage, unfortunately, right?
I think when you try to copy somebody, you're gonna have some garbage.
Yeah.
But I think that just speaks to how incredible Wayne's run is. Now the thing is for me, I never really got. Obviously, BG is a dope writer, dope artist. I never got into BG as much as I did Juvie and Wayne.
Interesting.
But you really did.
I did, and this is why this show is so great.
Yeah.
Because we're not clashing, but
Yeah.
there's that. And after so my first Cash Money album was the Juvenile album.
Yeah.
His second album. A lot of people don't realize that was his first album was called Soldier Rags.
Right,
Nobody
right.
knew. I never bought that album,
Right.
so I don't know what it sounds like. But his second album was 400 Degrees. But to a lot of people, that was their introduction to Juvenile.
Yeah.
And I still remember buying it, and we listened to it in my basement, and we were like, because the reason why I had bought it at that point, No Limit, we were buying everything from No Limit,
Yeah.
and then I kept on seeing, because now we had BET.
Yes.
So I kept on seeing the commercial for Juvenile's 400 Degrees, and they played that song, and it was like there's just something about it that was infectious. It was
the drum
infectious.
rolls are
Yeah.
amazing.
It was infectious.
Yeah.
So I bought that album and we listened to it and it was like, what is this? Like, you guys are listening to it now, maybe some of you for the first time after Versus.
Yeah.
You imagine listening to it in 1999 and for the first time ever, not
Fresh out
just,
the box.
just him as an artist,
Yeah.
but Cash Money as a label.
Yeah.
And then after that, once again, I went down the same tangent and I started buying, and because Cash Money did the same thing, and they probably took the page right off of
Yeah,
P's book,
they did.
where they would put all the albums. So I went, and so the only other rapper that was on their label that was huge was BG, the BG, and so I bought all his albums, Solid You Volume 1, Solid You Volume 2, Chopper City in the Ghetto, which had Bling Bling, and then for me, and I still listen to BG now. That era of BG. And a lot of guys, especially from the South, they'll tell you, man, that he was young too. He painted him.
That used to rap, man.
Now I've heard some BG stuff. Maybe it's sometimes time
And practice, right? Like you can't be out of practice. If you're an MC, you're a rapper, you're an artist, you gotta always be making
true.
music. And then that, not to say that he hasn't been doing that,
Right.
but it doesn't sound like he's been doing that.
True. And you know what? It's just like saying like Jay. I can't expect Jay to rap like the streets is watching.
Right.
Jay.
And he's
not
won't,
gonna, right?
He won't because he's too sophisticated.
Right.
Jay understands his position. He understands his legacy.
He understands his age too. You can't keep rapping
Without a
like that
doubt.
too. I mean, I want to hear that, but you gotta understand too that that's not realistic.
Not who he is anymore.
Yeah, he's not outside like that.
But I mean, 444 is the way you move,
Facts.
right? And I think artists like BG, because they were like really one-dimensional
Yeah.
in that era of
definitely,
music.
definitely.
When you're not in the lifestyle anymore and you're still rapping about the lifestyle,
Yeah.
there's a miss in the feeling of it.
Of course.
So now it just sounds like a formula.
Yeah.
Like I'm good at this, I'm gonna do this.
There's a major disconnect,
Yeah.
and it's not authentic anymore.
Yeah.
Because now you have everything. What are you rapping about now? You can't still rap about being outside
No.
because you're not outside.
You're not outside.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
and that's where my Cash Money. So basically, you're right. They kind of tagged out No Limit at that point. I wasn't really buying No Limit albums anymore. I think the last No Limit album I had bought was the last True album, which had Who Do You on it.
Yeah. This is when they were making their WCW segue.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then P was going into the basketball.
Yes.
And things were. You could tell things were.
The music was
Snoop had brought his production team on
Yes.
his last two albums.
Yes.
And things were kind of like.
Yeah. Those Snoop albums, for me, were all very good albums.
Yeah.
Game is to be sold, not to be told.
I like that album.
Top
Although
Dog.
that was all kind of beats by the pound.
Yeah,
for the
for
most
sure.
part.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Top Dog's a really, really good album.
No Limit Top Dog. Yeah. I think
then-
that's the one that had still a G thing, right?
And Laylo.
Right.
What was
Which
the
one
other-
had Bitch Beef Please? One of them had Bitch
That was
Please.
the third album.
Last Meal.
Last Meal.
Yeah.
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 All good
Solid albums.
I enjoyed all of them.
Yeah.
But you could tell that was kind of like the swan song.
Correct.
For the music.
Correct.
But that doesn't discount that P was also the very first rapper ever to make an NBA team. This NBA team, the Raps.
Correct. And he played with some
Vince Carter's era.
Charles Oakley.
Yeah, Vince Carter.
He
Tracy
played with
McGrady.
Steph's dad.
Yeah.
He said he used to like play pick me up
Steph
with
would be
Steph.
there, yeah.
and
Yeah,
Steph has confirmed that.
And the crazy thing is, I've
Crazy.
heard a couple of podcasts where the basketball players talk about Master P.
Right.
And a few of them have said P could have been on the team.
It's true.
He just couldn't give up his other obligations.
Yeah.
He had just too much stuff going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
And the team wouldn't allow him to do all those things.
Right.
Whereas now, the teams want you to do all that shit. They want
That's-
you to be a basketball player.
That's
an
all-
influencer.
that's all they want.
A brand whore. They want you to be those things. P revolutionized, really kicked down doors for what you can be in the world.
Right.
I can be an NBA player. I can be a boss. I can be a multimillionaire. I can be a movie star.
Yeah.
I can be
A movie producer.
I can be a clothing maker. I can be whatever I want.
Yeah, that's true.
And all of those doors that he kicked open, honestly, I always hold that shit. Like, for me, as an artist, I've been trying to do things.
Right.
I see the world exactly the way he sees it.
Right.
Because of the way he sees it.
And that's
Like,
why
I can
you're
act, I can do this, I can do
branching
that.
out in so many different things.
Yeah, but
right?
you have to believe that that's an opportunity and an option.
Right.
If you don't even believe it,
true.
you'll never see it.
And I think you have to have some level of skill at it.
For sure.
Like you like if you
Yeah.
can't be a subpar player and make the NBA.
Yeah, the aptitude
right.
has to be there.
You can't be a music producer and not make good music.
Absolutely.
Or whatever the case.
And not
is,
know how to
right?
play a keyboard.
Right.
Right,
Or
like-
not bring the right people in.
Yeah,
right?
the aptitude has to be there.
Yes.
But the obsession and the self, like, honestly, you got to be a little delusional, man. Like, you got to be a little delusional to see yourself.
I think you have to be a little
in
bit.
these places.
Yeah, I think it is delusional.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
because
about it.
personally, for me, I never would have hit any of my bucket list things in life if I didn't see myself doing that shit.
Right.
But the only way I could see myself doing that shit is being delusional enough
Yeah.
to be like, can I be on TV?
Right.
Can I do that shit? But once you see it in your mind,
Right.
it's unstoppable. And I think that the whole ethos of No Limit and like his mentality of being the boss of everything that he does, not
Correct.
just one thing that he does. He never compromised that.
Never.
Never worked for anybody.
Never.
It's always been just No Limit. Like, that kind of power that he brought was like, it's undefinable, man.
And the last thing I want to say, as far as his skills, business skills are concerned,
Mm-hmm.
some of you might know, especially after this verse, is that Baby and Slim, the two owners, for Ronald Williams and Brian Williams, they actually went to P and had a meeting with him and said, "Listen, distribute us or figure out a way to
Yeah.
distribute us," because they saw what P did and they're like, "Oh, this is before Cash Money got the $30 million
from
Universal deal." And P said, "You know what? You guys are from the Magnolia.
Yeah.
I'm from this Calliope. I don't know if it's gonna work."
Yeah.
And he didn't do it. And they were it left a bad taste. Like, even Baby talks about it, left a bad taste. But actually, if anything, that was a blessing in disguise.
Huge blessing.
Because of P, they got that deal with Universal.
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, they
and
would have been
that's all it was.
employees.
Right.
And before we go on to the verses, there's a great story that I heard that 50 Cent told about P.
Oh, about the tour?
About the
Go
tour.
ahead. Yeah, that's a great
Genius
story.
play
That's
from
a
Master
great
P.
That's a great story.
So 50 Cent, this is before the release of Get Rich or Die Trying. 50
Correct.
Cent's creeping up.
Yeah.
How to Rob's already out. And Master P, seeing that 50 Cent's bubbling,
Yeah.
decides to pay 50 Cent for tour dates.
Right.
8 tour dates. And they're gonna split them up into 4 and 4. And 50 Cent goes and does the 4. You already got paid. Does the 4 dates.
Correct.
And now P waits because he knows Get Rich or Die Trying is gonna drop.
Right.
He waits for Get Rich or Die Trying to drop before he does the next set of tour dates to capitalize on this monstrous album in the clubs, out,
Wank
fucking
stuff.
begging.
Yeah.
And P gets to immediately link himself to the biggest hit in hip hop.
Facts.
And I think that level of genius, to see that foresight, to understand, that puts him in places, to me at least, like what LeBron does in the court. Like, he knows every team's play when he's playing them,
That's a good comparison.
right? And P understands what everyone else is doing. He
Right.
understands all their plays. Like, I see this game. Okay, let me hold up. Let's cancel some shows.
Right.
Reschedule them for a few months away because we know 50's gonna take over the world. And I think that speaks so highly of the business acumen. Because he got an MBA, right, from
He
University of
did.
Houston?
That's correct.
Like, he's not just...
he got injured. He had a basketball scholarship.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
he got injured, and then he ended up.
Like, yo, to get your MBA, that's just not easy.
It's not easy.
You got to be sophisticated intellect. You got to be smart. You got to know how to read, comprehend,
Correct.
and then actually pass tests. So once again, we've done it a few times on this 90s Shout out to Master P, man. Huge
100%.
inspiration. Yeah.
100%.
So let's get into this verses.
Let's get into the verses. Okay, so verses. So verses in the whole is exactly what it is. It's verses. It's two either artists or groups or collectives in the hip hop R&B world specifically that go against each other. Now this format became very popular during COVID. Mm-hmm. But actually, I don't know if you know, but it was birthed before COVID.
Yes.
So around 2017, Swiss Beats, shout out to Swiss, one of hip hop's or just great music producer.
Great music producer, for sure.
And Timbaland, once again, genius. And once again, we have seen these two men from the beginning, grow
Very
from
beginning.
literally from the beginning when Timbaland did Aaliyah's second album. Because that was all when we were introduced, even before Pony. That was the album that we were introduced to Timbaland and
1
Missy.
million, yeah.
And Swizz was DMX. First album is when we were introduced to DMX. So we know these brothers from the beginning. But anyway, so they did a little friendly, because they're friends. They did a little friendly competition
So
during the Summer Jam on Hot 97, which is synonymous in the hip hop world as far as one of the major concerts.
Culture defining.
A yearly concert that's just, yeah. So they did this kind of thing on stage where they would have some funny banter and go back and forth and play a song each. And then the crowd would be like, which is the bigger hit? And it was cool because I saw some clips on it. It was dope. Yeah. And it kind of went viral. And then Kanye did one a little bit, right? With somebody, I forget who it was. I don't know if it was Swizz. And it was kind of fun thing. And then they did one inside an apartment too. We had Busta Rhymes and Ebro. And it was Just Blaze versus Swizz.
Oh, right.
So they did one too. And it was cool.
Yeah.
But that was it. That was it. Nothing else kind of formulated out of that. Fast forward 3 years later, everybody's cooped up in the house, and Swiss and Timbaland announce that they're going to do this show where they're basically using that format, but it's going to be very safe. It's going to be like someone's house versus someone's house, so it'll be all good, and we the viewer gets some entertainment.
Some great nostalgia. Yeah.
So did you watch Versus from the beginning?
I watched the first.
What was your first introduction to it?
So it was the Swiss and Timbaland going back and forth, which I
Right.
loved. I thought that was so dope.
And post COVID, when was your first?
The first one.
Do you even remember?
It was an R&B one. I can't
Right.
remember who it was. I think it was Jill Scott and Badu.
Okay.
I think that was one of them. And then Snoop Dogg and DMX. That was a pretty entertaining one.
Yeah.
I know I'm missing one.
Right.
But yeah, no, I liked it right from the beginning. I thought it was a great idea. Because from the very beginning, it wasn't about a competition. It was about celebrating each other's music. You celebrate my catalog, I celebrate your catalog.
That's kind of what it transformed into. It was kind of like just like, I mean, some of them got a little more competitive than others, but ultimately it was you're right, bringing two artists that a lot of people forgot these artists.
A lot of people forgot these artists.
And COVID brought them back.
And the great thing is,
Versus brought them back because people were now at home.
Yeah.
What else can you do?
And like, oh, I love that song.
Go back on YouTube or on your catalog and listen. So it was really beneficial.
Hugely
to a lot of artists who maybe were not popping anymore.
And allowed them to tour again.
Facts. Because after COVID ended, they could tour, they could release new music or get movies and TV shows or anything.
Again, the way they should be,
100%. So there's 44 episodes in total up to this point. The No Limit and Cash Money Versus was the 44th episode. We're in season 3. The No Limit Cash Money was the start of season 3. It was it started in 2020 in March. Season 1. So some of the highlights for season 1 was Swizz Beatz versus Timbaland. That was the first one. I don't know if you saw that one.
Yeah.
Okay, that was dope. Then we had Scott Storch versus Manny, which was good. I saw that one.
Yeah.
T-Pain versus Lil Jon. RZA versus DJ Premier, Teddy Riley versus Babyface, Erykah Badu versus Jill Scott, Nelly
yeah.
versus Ludacris. They even did a reggae one, Bounty Killer versus Beanie Man, 112. I mean, there was
That one sounded terrible.
112 versus Jagged Edge.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Alicia Keys versus John Legend.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like you said, DMX and Snoop. So there's been some interesting ones.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them had more viewership, some of them had less, but overall, people were watching these because it was nostalgic for the old school people. It was new for the new generation, and it was kind of. It was something to do because we didn't have a lot to do during COVID.
Yeah, it was
right?
very interesting.
So it was
time.
dope. Yeah, and then in 2022 they went on a hiatus, and nobody really talked about it really that much because
they were trying to
COVID.
work out. They had some production issues with some of the money people.
They did.
So
they were
had to
originally with like Triller and then the
stuff.
Apple
Yes.
and all this stuff. Yeah,
And the whole Diddy revolt
and that
issue.
you're right. And that kind of there was some red tape.
But
there.
before you get into the Cash Money No Limit one,
Yeah, of course.
the one I want to bring up is rumors are that Jay-Z is saying nobody can hang with him in a versus.
That was actually on my news list. That was my final because the other ones we were on the same page.
Right.
And you had said something on social media when I
Yeah.
read it
Yeah.
in regards to, haha, that's funny. I guess you haven't heard of Tupac. I'm subquoting,
Pretty much,
or-
yeah.
but something along those lines, right?
Almost exactly, yeah.
And I totally agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Jay and you love Jay, but to say that there's nobody,
It's crazy. It's crazy talk. The only person I would say nobody is Pac.
can I say something?
Yeah.
Because verses is usually 20 max,
Yeah.
20 songs max. In this case, it was 10. It was cut short. But let's say we did 10 or even 20. You could put Biggie against Jay.
And I hate saying this.
Because if you think of Biggie's first two albums, every other song is a hit song.
A monster.
So you could get an easy 10, almost probably a 20.
and
Out of only 2 albums, one's a double, but still.
yeah. And from one dude that's alive, that I hate bringing up, but musically you have to say it. Kanye West.
No, you're not wrong.
Kanye's got.
I
one
forgot
of the,
about I forgot about Kanye.
He's got one of the best catalogs in hip hop
He's got a strong 20
and
For
monster hits.
for sure.
Monster hits.
For
so
sure.
I think at least alive, I think it's only Kanye and maybe Eminem. Maybe.
Oof.
I think
You know what? I
think as far as
Eminem's got a strong 10. Does he have a strong 20? He might. He might.
Yeah, I think there's.
I
something
think
to
you're
be
right.
said
You know
for
what?
them.
I think Eminem could definitely be there.
Yeah,
Eminem, Drake could be there too.
yeah, for sure. I mean,
Maybe even-
you would have to put Drake.
Kendrick.
I think you could start to look at Kendrick.
If you're just talking about hit songs, Drake has a top.
Yeah.
Has a hard 20.
Yeah.
I think Kendrick has an easy 10.
I think if
does
you're
he have
going-
an easy 20? I don't know.
I think he's got a 20 for sure, but I think if you're comparing him to Jay, like the reason why Jay is in such a different category is because not only is the music iconic,
Yeah.
but he changed the language.
he did.
He changed what words you use to describe things.
True.
He changed the way people dressed,
Yeah.
talked, what they drank, what
Yeah.
they ate at restaurants.
Yeah.
He influenced people in a completely different way. The culture shifted
Right.
when Jay was at his peak, right?
And he made hip hop music, but then he made popular hip hop music.
Mega
He could do a little bit of everything
Mega hits.
and still keep it authentic.
Yes. And I think the only other person that does that at that level would be Pac.
Yeah.
And when you mentioned
Kind-
Big, it's kind of like, yeah, you kind of have to put Big in the combo.
I'm just saying, and I'm not saying it from a lyrical point of view,
Mm.
but if you listen to his Big's only 2 actual albums, there's so many hit songs.
Yeah, and there's so much
So
crossover appeal.
we're talking
that
about
Big
song
has.
versus song
Yeah,
here.
and the crossover appeal of songs like
Right.
Big Papa and
Right.
Juicy. Like Juicy's one of the
on.
biggest songs in music.
Yeah.
Hypnotize, which is crazy that that's such
Everywhere.
a massive hit.
Yeah.
So Big's got that, but I mean, you're never gonna see it. Jay's never gonna stand
No,
on the
Jay's
stage
not.
against
Jay's not going
somebody.
to stand. He's not going to go against anybody now. For sure, he won't. Because either way, he loses.
Yeah, there's no win for him.
Because if he wins, then he looks like a bully,
yeah,
right? Because
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, we knew you were going to win. You got hits." And if he loses, then he looks like an idiot.
And-
so why would you do that? Like that's like Drake when they offered him the freestyle at that
Oh,
like he would
battle.
attend
Yeah.
because he knows he's not that good. Why would he put himself in that
These
situation?
are battle rappers. That's just wrong.
But
for
why
him.
would he put himself
Yeah,
in that
it's
situation?
nonsense.
You'd be stupid. It's career suicide.
And you know, and the flip side of that is Common did the same thing, and he went in freestyle. But Common's different.
But Common, we
is
know
the
Common
culture.
can freestyle,
He is the culture,
right?
Yeah.
It's not crazy to think he can't freestyle.
Yeah. No, he's one of the best.
Right.
One
So
of the best.
yeah,
But,
yeah, I think that was I think that's a statement because he needs to say something.
yeah, yeah.
So that's probably the easiest thing because he doesn't really give credit to a lot of people.
He doesn't.
He knows. We know he doesn't.
It's very obvious he doesn't give a fuck. It's very obvious he's self-serving.
100%. He'll pay homage to you all day long.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't think anybody's as good as
No
him.
way.
And that's not a bad mentality.
I mean, he calls himself the god.
Yeah,
Hova the
Hova.
God.
I mean, come on, Hova.
You
The
know?
name Hova. I mean, Jehovah. This is the little guy literally thinks.
Yeah, I mean, he knows his place,
Right.
in the culture. He
And
knows
and
his
there's nothing
place.
wrong with that. But
No,
I
I
think,
love it.
like you were saying before, there's a lot of delusional there.
And the fact that there's been some talk in the zeitgeist
Yeah.
that Jay's overrated.
Nah,
Honestly,
that's crazy.
Y'all are fucked. Insane.
How would now that's crazy.
That's
Now
blasphemy.
that's fucking delusional.
That's blasphemy. To call Jay-Z overrated is nonsense.
That's delusional.
The only way you can say that is if you've only heard It's a Hard Knock Life.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's the kind of music he makes.
Yeah.
If that's your Jay reference, you have no idea what you're talking about.
Absolutely.
None.
You haven't listened to any of his discography except for one album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But getting into this Cash Money No Limit.
Yes. So, October. So it was televised or it was on what was the date here?
You gonna get it ready. You gotta go to court, man. You gonna spend me child support there. What that doing, man? I really hope you can't hear that in the background, otherwise we're never gonna be able to get monetized. I'm pretty sure it's quiet enough that people can't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, so the return of Versus. I think I would have all this ready. October 25, 2025. So
Crazy.
a month prior, Swiss and Timo go on social media and say, Versus is coming back. Oh, okay, great. People are excited, especially in the hip-hop world. A week later, they say it's No Limit versus Cash Money. And the hip-hop world goes nuts. Because this is one of the most, if not the highest rated request in regards to having these two labels go
No
against each other.
doubt.
Because A, they're both from New Orleans,
Yes.
which you never see that, right?
Not at this level.
You'll never see two iconic rap labels or any music labels for that matter forget about the same state, from the same city,
Yeah. Run the industry.
right?
They
To
were
have
the only
runs,
thing people were talking about.
you'll never see
Yeah.
like LA, California is huge. They got so many hip hop
So
labels,
many.
but the closest would be Ruthless and Death Row,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
I mean, even that was limited,
Yeah, because Ruthless was on the way out,
right?
and they didn't have the massive appeal.
That's what
at
I mean.
That time, yeah.
Right,
Mhm.
right. And in New York, I mean, they have a whole shitload too.
Mm-hmm.
But when you really look at it, not really, not to
No,
that
not at that level. No.
No. And then to be both independent labels, to have all these hits, it was, and then the rivalry,
Yeah.
right? The rivalry. There was a
was
rivalry.
real.
Yeah. Now things are cool, but there was a rivalry, and
Mm-hmm.
shit got real. So it was always talked about in the Versus world.
Yep.
Nobody thought it was going to happen because there's this thing that it wasn't so much the artist, but Master P and Birdman, aka Baby, don't have the greatest
Well, and there's some
relationship.
drama around some of the other artists that have gone
Sure,
to jail,
of course.
or passed away, and there's a lot of that
Right.
shit hanging over it.
And then
too.
some of the artists went from one label to the other label,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Mystical was on No Limit before he was on Big Boy Records. Then he went to
Mm-hmm.
No Limit, and then he went to Cash Money after. And then you had a guy like Mac who was supposed to be on Cash Money, but he ended up on No Limit. Soldier Slim was supposed to be on Cash Money, he ended up on No Limit. So then there was kind of those little things, and then they would take digs at each other
For sure.
More. Actually, I shouldn't say more because now that I was listening to their old catalog, P said a lot of stuff about stunning.
He did.
And now I get it. He wasn't saying stunting, the word stunting about just the song, he was referring to Baby.
For sure.
Like, we don't stunt here.
Yeah.
I just, at the time, I just thought, oh, he was just saying stunt. No. He was trying to make
There's
a
veiled
point.
distance for sure. Yeah.
100%.
Because Baby was taking shots for sure.
Oh, they were making it. But the one thing they both didn't do is they never said the names.
Never did.
Like,
No.
each label would never say, yeah, fuck you, Master
Yeah.
P, a fuck you, Baby, a fuck you. They would never use the name.
And when they did interviews and were asked about each other, it wasn't complimentary, but it wasn't like, oh, fuck that dude. It was
Correct.
like, they're doing their thing over there, we're doing our thing
It
over
wasn't
here.
Bad Boy and Death Row.
No, definitely
It wasn't to
not.
that level.
No.
The only label, the only group that actually used a name in regards to dissing on Cash Money was UNLV. But that was, and that's when they talked about, and when they actually
Uptown
said,
Posse.
where they said mystical.
Yeah.
In the song Drag Him to the River, which is a whole mystical song. But now I just found out
right.
one of the members of UNLV said that the whole thing was a fraud. That they had actually planned that. Mystical and UNLV actually, they knew about the whole thing. It was just to get hype behind both
I mean,
parties.
it's not a bad idea.
No, and he said that. He came out and said that. So
You gotta
anyway.
try shit sometimes.
Yeah, you got it. I guess you do. But anyways, so people wanted this. Didn't think it was gonna happen. I personally wanted it.
Hell yeah.
I know Champ. I'm sure he wanted it.
Yeah.
You wanted it.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
But did we think it was gonna come in fruition? Probably not. Just because it's, I mean, now they're older. Master P doesn't really rap. He's doing his own thing. And like you said, Mystical's in jail. C Murder's in jail.
Yeah, and
Big
a lot
Ed-
of death.
A lot of death. Big
Yeah.
Ed passed away.
Bleed.
And so, you kind of look at that and then like, oh, is it going to work? If people going to care now?
Mm-hmm.
But they announced it. So what was your first reaction to this actually happening? And then I'll tell you mine.
I was super excited.
So you were excited.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have that feel of, I think it's a little too late.
Well,
The ship has sailed.
I was thinking that the performances were going to be a little more subdued.
Yeah.
So it would give them a chance to not gas out or look silly.
Right.
So I thought musically it'd be cool. It'd be a trip down memory lane. There's so many bangers.
Yep.
There's never going to be a dull moment musically.
No.
So for that, I was
not.
really excited.
Prior, going back a little bit, prior to this, what was in the Versus episodes that you saw? What was your favorite episode and why?
So I give my favorite moment. My favorite moment is Jadakiss. Because, I mean, what he did to Dipset.
I think 99% of the people would say. Would
Yeah,
agree with you.
and the thing is, I've never really been a big Dipset dude. Like, I
Right.
didn't really care for Jim.
You didn't like any of the Dipset
I didn't
songs?
care for Jim Jones. I didn't care for.
But you didn't like them
Jules.
as a collective.
I mean, they had some bangers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Personally,
You just
never really hit for me.
right.
So to see Jadakiss fuck them up like that, I was like, yeah.
So
So
But-
that was my
but-
favorite moment.
were you a big Locks fan?
No,
Okay.
no. I mean, obviously, I knew they were dope.
Yeah.
Musically, they didn't do anything for me. Lyrically, they're all on point.
Right.
But like going from Bad Boy and then to Rough Riders, I think they just never really had a cohesive sound.
Right.
I think Styles P had dope solo albums.
Yeah.
Jada had dope solo
Yeah.
albums.
Even she can rap too.
She
like,
can rap.
Yeah.
I never really got into his solo stuff.
But you're right. If you look at it from a group point of view, Dipset had way more hits.
Way more
and they were way more impactful.
Yeah.
Jada as a solo artist
It's
was
iconic.
very impactful.
It's iconic.
Yeah.
But my favorite episode
Yeah.
has got to be DMX and Snoop Dogg.
Really?
Yeah. And because X is not here anymore,
Yeah.
that was one of the last opportunities we had to celebrate
That's
his
true.
music. And it was cool to see when DMX was doing his music, Snoop was rapping his lyrics. Like he was really
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
And when Snoop was doing his songs, like What's My Name and stuff, DMX was just rapping along. To me, that was really dope, and it really felt like what Versus was all about.
You like
was
the
meant to be.
camaraderie and the respect.
And the nostalgia, and
nostalgia,
the
yeah.
performances were dope. X was on point with the
yeah,
rapping.
that was a good episode. Yeah.
So to me, that's my favorite episode.
Where would you rank the current episode that we're talking about today? Cash Money versus Solo.
I would say overall quality. Okay, so
Just as a enjoyable experience.
it would be in the top 10.
Oh, so it wouldn't even be in your top 2 or 3?
No.
Really?
Yeah. And I'll tell you why as we go through the songs.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
For me, it was my favorite. When leading up to it, I was hyped. We brought out the chains. I was wearing the camouflage, and I was just ready to go. And I tell you, from the minute 400 Degrees hit, and then No Limit Soldiers after, and then everything. I mean, and then up until now, I've rewatched it.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone back and made a mix of all those songs. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like it did something.
Yeah.
There was a resurgence.
Because it's great music.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, so No Limit versus Cash Money, episode 44. They chose to do it in Vegas.
Which is so weird.
So it sounds weird. It does sound weird, but now that I've got a little bit more context about why it was done, it somewhat kind of makes sense. Is Complex is Complex a hip hop magazine?
No, they're
more?
a culture.
It's
There's
more
like a street culture
Right.
magazine, yeah.
primarily hip hop,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, okay. So they're pretty big in the
Yeah, they're huge. Their brand is
in
massive.
the social media world, in the web, so they are so big now that they have these conventions, which they call complex cons.
Right.
I've never heard of them, but they're big, and they get some pretty big rappers, old and new, to come and perform, and this is great. So they apparently they really wanted this to happen on their platform,
Right.
and so I guess
Pretty historic.
it was the bag.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they gave the Swiss and Timbaland like the bag, No Limit and Cash Money obviously like the bag, and at the end of the day, that's what they did. That's why it was done in Vegas. So as it's
Huge
not
missed
so
opportunity. For New Orleans.
that
Huge
I
missed
totally
opportunity.
agree. I think for New Orleans as a city,
Yeah. It could have been unbelievable.
it could have. I mean, you could have done that at the Superdome,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Where the Saints play,
sure.
50, 60,
Would
70,000
have been
people.
easy.
But with that comes a lot of issues that could arise.
You mean violence?
I mean, all of that.
Hmm.
Because you got to realize there's still shit happening. I'm not saying between those two per se, but there's
The residuals.
something like that of that proportion in regards to you could have someone like literally beside each other and be like start a fight because
Yeah, the dynamics are different
So-
in the streets.
So I guess it was a safety concern because P said that was kind of one of those things where like as much as they wanted to, there is still hood politics involved in all this. I don't know,
Yeah, it just sucks because
but you're right. I mean, on the whole, it would have been an amazing look for it to be in New
culturally.
Orleans. You're right, but it ended up being in Vegas. They actually didn't stick to the 20-song format. They started about 30 minutes late for whatever reasons. So in that 30 minutes, I mean, you could easily do another 5. You could probably do 6 songs. So they could have probably done the 20 if they started on time. Reasons we don't know. So this was one of the first verses that only had 10 songs.
And the funny thing is, when they're getting to the end, they're like, "Oh, they're telling us we gotta leave. We can only do a couple more songs."
Manny, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, "That's no good."
No, because I mean, I was like, wait, what? Got hoodwinked, right? Like, what's going on here, right? I'm expecting another solid hour. But anyway, so, yeah. The episode starts. The first 2 songs, Cash Money goes first. The 2 DJs representing both camps, KLC from Beats by the Pound, Manny Fresh for Cash Money, and they're both actual legitimate DJs.
Yes.
They're not just producers.
Vinyl turntablists.
Before they were producers, and they showed their skills, their
Yeah.
scratching skills a little bit. Both producers know each other. They actually grew up in the music world together, so they had a lot of respect. And then we start off with Cash Money going first with the song 400 Degrees, title track from Juvenile's second album, 400 Degrees. What's your thoughts on the start?
Okay, super excited. Juvenile is the MVP of the verses for me. One thing I really loved, if people really pay attention, is he did not use background vocals.
He didn't.
When he
That's
was
right.
rapping, there were no background vocals. It was just Juvie on the mic.
That's right.
And he can ride the beat. He's got great breath control.
Yeah.
I was really happy. I was really excited. I'm like, yes, this is exactly what I want to hear. He killed it. I was really, really happy. That went out
He
the
was
gates.
MVP. Now, when he came out and with the song, were you hyped? Was there a
Oh yeah,
nostalgic-
I was excited. I was super excited because like I had seen his Tiny Desk concert.
Yeah.
And he was flawless in
Right.
the Tiny Desk. So I knew the performance was gonna be dope.
Right.
So I was looking forward to it. The beat sounded great. The audio was fantastic. I didn't watch it as much because I was doing something else. I was just playing. So I was just listening to it more. But yeah, I was, for me, the jump off was one of the highlights.
Was that the right song to start with, in your opinion?
I was disappointed that I didn't hear like Manina's Gonna Ride With Me, that song that he has on 400 Degrees.
Oh,
He's singing about his gun.
yeah.
I was disappointed that I thought that's a great song.
What song would you like? Would you have started off with if you were Cash Money?
Ha, for sure. It just makes sense to bring out what, at least for me, what made them instantly recognizable as something different.
Because back that ass up that's your ace card.
Yes.
Right?
You ride that out to the very end. You take that last song. You know what makes the dude?
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest songs in hip hop history for streaming
true.
numbers. It's one of the biggest songs ever.
Yeah.
So you obviously that's
You know what? I
nuclear
didn't
bomb.
even think about. I thought about some other songs. I didn't think about how, but that actually would have
Would've set it off
that would have
crazy.
jumped it off.
Yeah.
400 Degrees is a dope song, and it's a tough song. It's a tough song.
I think
and
in New
great
Orleans,
production.
it's the best choice in New
Yeah,
Orleans.
and it's one of my favorite songs on the album too.
City, yeah.
But to start off a verses with 400 Degrees, I don't think that was the right
No,
choice.
I don't need that.
Now that you said "ha," that would have been a perfect choice. I was also thinking. Cash Money is an Army.
Okay.
Just because that kind of sets that.
Because it was a big deal.
It
and it was a
kind
direct
of
shot
sets
at No
that
Limit.
like bullying kind of. I'm here, like
And it
we're
was
here,
a direct shot at No Limit.
and you guys are soldiers. We're
Yeah.
an army.
And I think
Like I just felt like that might have been a little bit more tough.
I think Stay Fly would have been a good song. Get up food with the Metro Goo- It's just one of those really fun songs that everybody
Yeah.
likes.
Yeah.
Even though the lyrics are absolute ass, the song is a lot of fun.
Number one stunner would have been dope right out the gate.
Yeah,
huh?
that's a good one too.
But you're right. I think like I said, good choice. Juvie is definitely the MVP. He held Cash Money on his back. Literally, he was wearing a Louis Vuitton backpack, but he carried him. I mean, he looked and sounded like it was 1999.
Like he
all
never
over
left,
again.
man. Yeah,
Like
he's
literally,
on point.
You know. Then No Limit comes out.
Yes.
With No Limit Soldiers.
Yes.
How did you feel when you heard that song?
The second I heard the beat drop, goosebumps all over.
You knew it was gonna be a
I knew it
problem.
was gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
And then the song starts. Now here's the thing, P has breath control.
He does.
I don't know why they chose to keep the vocal track in the back. That shit drives me crazy. So the song starts. Buzzing low, getting down the float.
One of the most famous.
Got your hoe on the scope.
Bitch is
And
cocking
he's
me, laughing me.
He's
Cocking
hitting
me,
every
jacking.
bar.
He is.
And I'm like,
He was.
okay, but why
You're
am I
not
hearing the
wrong.
background? And it made me so mad. It took so much away from the performance for me that after seeing what Juvie did,
Yeah.
because no background vocals, he just came and hit every bar, hit the pocket, nailed his verses, and then P comes in and does this, and I was like, oh.
I think what it is too is I think P realized that he's got a lot of years on Juvie.
A lot of years.
And then if you listen to P, especially in concerts, he'll skip some words.
And that's cool. Like, you
So
you
then I
got
think
hype
he
man
was
for that
like,
to back
if
you
he's
up.
got the backup track,
Yeah.
he
Well,
can
I mean-
skip it and still catch his breath.
I think it's better to do what Busta does with Spliff Star, and Spliff Star just fills in the last four
That's true.
bars. Because you got like 80 people on stage.
But P doesn't have that.
But you got like 80 people on stage. One of them would have known his lyrics to jump in.
No, you're not wrong.
And especially if you're gonna do it in front of
You're
all
not
these
wrong.
people, this is obviously a big deal at Complex Con. I would just think that you would, at least for me as an artist watching it, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
you have a chance to do something fucking epic, and then Mia X hits, right? She fucking fucked it up. Mia X was solid.
This show has always given me extra flowers.
You have to.
Some of you people
have
out there don't realize how much of a beast Mia X
Oof.
was
Yeah.
and is. Not even in the female realm of things, just as an MC,
As a
period.
rapper. Yeah, yeah.
And I'm glad that she's getting her because I literally social media the next day. Mia X, everybody's talking about where was Mia X back in the, when you guys were talking about
And
it
she
before.
looked fantastic.
She looked great.
She looked really good. She came out of
actually
presence.
she's at the best she's in the best shape of her life.
And her presence was great on stage. Like she nailed every bar as well.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, Mia, she came to play,
She can
man.
spit.
She was not fucking around.
So, who was, in your opinion, who was the winner for round one?
400 Degrees for sure. That song is just too good. I mean, sorry, Juvie's performance is just too good. Obviously, No Limits Soldiers is a better song, but I fucking hate that. I hate when they throw the performance away because of stupid background vocals, right? And the biggest for me, here's the thing, okay? I get it, right? Like, you're super excited, your heart rate's really, really high, the energy is super high, but as an artist, you gotta learn how to take that gigantic breath, settle your heart rate, and stay in the pocket. And this is something that a lot of artists fail on. 50 Cent's really bad at this too. They start yelling their songs, but you didn't yell it when you recorded it.
Yeah.
You rapped in the pocket. Stay in the pocket. You have a microphone. You don't gotta yell.
But I think there's an argument where, some of these artists are studio artists.
Without a doubt.
Right?
And this is where they show it.
And I'm sure you've dealt with individuals where you've shared the stage with, and they're like, "Oh, they sound good in the booth, but on stage, not so much. They can't keep up with the beat.
There's so many of them like that, man.
So would you rather see that or see something that's a little bit more polished with a backtrack?
I would way rather see something that's more polished. But again, I cannot. As an artist myself, I spit a lot of double time raps.
Right.
I would never use a backing track ever.
Right.
And I rap some difficult shit. If you ever see me perform live, I come to fucking take your throat. I'm gonna spit double time, and I'm gonna do it flawlessly, and I'm not gonna miss a bar because I am a hip hop artist, and I think as a hip hop artist, you have to give a fuck enough to make that stage performance something that people are gonna remember. And I think these kind of things for me are glaring reasons that show me that these guys just never did the work to get their stage presence to that place where they can just be seamless. Like, you should be able to. You've been doing this for 30 fucking years, man.
You're not wrong. But okay, so here's the other argument. What are we judging it by? Are we judging it by the performance, or are we judging it by the song? Because there's an argument. There's a legitimate argument. Because if we're doing it for performance, well, I don't know if that's. I think the song, the song trumps the performance.
And I would say if they did it differently, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that. They set it up like a concert.
No, they did.
Like a
You're
live
right.
show.
You're right.
And a couple of the verses, they did that. They played the song. The dude would jump in for a couple of words.
That's what I mean.
And they would listen to the song. I would rather have seen that.
Yeah.
But in a more intimate, no limit cash money, not with this massive
So because
audience,
of the way it was set up, you wanted that concert legitimate.
You're not highlighting the strengths.
Okay.
Right?
No, that's fair.
You're
That's
taking
fair.
the best parts away from the music.
Yeah.
When you allow the dude to yell over the track.
Yeah.
And when you're yelling over the track, the yelling over the track is one thing.
Yeah.
Then you're doing these ad libs that are not a part of the song.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And now for the listener, you're like, well, this is not the song now. You're just yelling stuff.
Right.
And I'll give you an example when we get to Ice Cream Man. But to me, when they do this performance, the high and low of it to me is frustrating. Because I'm happy about the beat and the song and excited, and then the vocals start and I'm like, but you don't sound good. And then Mia comes in and you back up, and then you do the hook and everyone's yelling. It's like,
yeah, I get that. Like, I do get that.
Like, Big Boy from Outkast called them eargasms. I need that.
See, I think that's where we disagree. For me, as much as I like that, I'm there for the music.
Yeah.
So when I hear 400 Degrees and I hear No Limit Soldiers, it's No Limit Soldiers all day long.
Right.
However you want to do it is however you want to do it.
You chose, yeah.
Yeah. But the song,
But the song No Limit Soldiers is a better song.
is bigger than the performance for me. But I understand you got a valid.
Yeah.
There's definitely people who are going to be split on this on what you wanted to watch. And you're right. This was one of the first verses. A lot of verses have had audiences.
Yeah, for sure.
The famous one we're talking about, Locks versus Dipset. They were in Madison Square
MSG.
Garden. Fat Joe versus Ja Rule was in. So we've had that.
Yeah.
And, or some of them have been in clubs like Club Live in Miami. But this was 10,000 people.
Yes.
In a actual a small arena, like that's massive.
It's big.
So you definitely have an argument there. So for you overall, it was 400 degrees.
The moment goes to Juvie, and that's
okay.
In that
for
run.
me,
No
Limit Soldiers. That like you said, that when that piano comes on,
so fucking
No
bad,
Limit
man.
Soldiers might Actually, No Limit Soldiers is my favorite No Limit song of all time. I don't even know how many times I've played that song. The way the bass hits, the way the piano, the rapping.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
spectacular.
that's it.
It's spectacular.
For me.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. For me.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think what song would be better.
Like,
out
if
of the
that doesn't
catalog.
get you riled up,
Oh,
even
dude,
now,
it's wild. It's wild.
and it's going to be in 2 years, it's going to be 30 years old.
And even part 2 is a banger, man.
And that was on the No Limit
It's meant, to
Soldiers
be
compilation.
it's meant to be a radio hit, but it's
And
a
Mystical's on
banger.
that,
Yeah.
remember?
Oh, it's such a good verse.
And he goes nuts. Okay, so we're 1-1 here.
split on that one,
We're
yeah.
split on this one. So round 2. I'm gonna pull up my data here. You think I'd memorize all the songs how many times I watched it, but I haven't. Round 2. Big Timers Still Fly. Now, I'm gonna start. I never liked this song a whole lot. I didn't like the Gilligan's Island sample, and I like Gilligan's Island show. As a show, I still watch it. Don't ask me why, but there's something isolated about it that I enjoy. The beat's not horrible. It's like you said, it's a fun song.
Yes.
But it's, I don't know, for me it wasn't. There's a lot of other, like, get your roll on, Number One Stunner, those songs for me, Big Ballin', Playboy, those are big timer songs for me.
Yeah.
It Still Flies a little corny.
Yeah.
I get why you have to play it. You have to play it. It's a massive hit. Everybody was singing it. Everybody's, getting loose. So I get it.
Yeah.
But I don't like the song per se. It's not one of my. It's not a song that I don't even have on my playlist. I don't play it. I think I put it on my new list now because you have to. But as far as listening to it, not a fan. What about you?
Okay, we were talking about in the chat about songs that are trash that we like. Right?
What a great.
This is one of
what a
those-
great
this is one of
conversation
those
that
songs.
was. Yeah, because you, me, and Sham came up with some
Yeah.
real gems. Yeah,
And this is one of those songs because there's no reason why I should like the song. It's so bad.
absolutely not.
But the hook, the gate of food with the magic.
You know what? I'll give it to you. The hook.
It's
I forgot
so
about
much
the
fun.
the hook
It's so much
is
fun.
infectious.
Yeah. But
Manny's got hooks.
Manny's got great hooks. He's obviously a really good songwriter.
Yeah. Yeah.
On stage, they sounded like ass. It was so bad.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
Baby's not a rapper.
Come on.
He's on a horse. It felt like he was high the whole time.
he
on
was
some
definitely
shit.
slow on
He
something.
was on some shit,
Yeah,
man.
he was.
Because like,
he was.
Yeah,
he
he
looked
wasn't
like he
fully
was
there.
like on lean. Like he was so
Yeah.
like in slow motion.
yeah, he wasn't
almost.
fully there.
No.
It sounded
I think
terrible.
Manny tried.
Yeah,
I think Manny tried.
Manny got spirit.
He's definitely got
Yeah.
stage presence. He
Yeah.
knows how to hold a mic. He knows how to talk
Yeah.
to the crowd and get them hyped.
And the thing is, it's easy. So they obviously had the background vocals.
Yeah.
But it's easy to be on point with a song like that
Yeah,
because it's slow.
it's slow.
So even if he's rapping over his vocals,
It's very
it blends
slow.
enough where it's okay.
Correct.
Whereas with P and No Limit Soldier, he's got to rap hard.
Yeah, because they had a cadence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So I think in this song, you can kind of get by, but it still sounded like trash.
Yeah. You're right. Okay, so you like the song.
Yes.
You don't like the performance.
Performance was garbage.
Okay, so they went up against so round 2 we got Still Fly, and then Master P comes up with Break Him Off Something from the Ice Cream Man album. So this song, and Sham's already talked about. This is one of those songs that if you're not a No Limit fan or a Down South fan, or even a Bay Area fan, you might not know about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay? But if you know P and you know No Limit and you know Down South, Break 'Em Off Something is a cult classic.
Yeah.
Like, either you know or you don't know. It's not an in-between. It's not like one of those songs where, like, oh yeah, I heard of that song. No, either you've heard it or you've never heard it.
Yeah.
And I remember hearing it when I bought the Ice Cream Man album, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And then a couple years later, you listen to it, like, oh, this is really good. And now it's like a religious, like
a cult classic.
It's sacrilegious when you talk about Break 'Em Off Something, especially in the South. People go, holy shit!
Yeah,
that's like a holy
song.
grail
Yeah.
song. Your thoughts?
It's a great song. I always like the song.
Yeah.
From Jump.
I feel like
one of
you're
those
not
ones you
as
introduce-
excited as a lot of people were when they heard it.
No, this is one of those songs that I remember you introducing to us early.
What about the thing? It's just kind of the beat.
It's
or
okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
fair enough.
Yeah. But I mean, I think it had way more impact when it came out. I just think this is not one of those songs that ages well for me
Yeah, fair enough.
over time. Yeah, but
How about
it's
the
way better
performance?
round. This round goes to No Limit for sure.
You like the performance?
Yeah, because Still Fly was garbage. I mean, dude, they just sounded terrible.
Well, when P goes hustler, baller, like people were singing the lyrics.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I mean, obviously a majority of the crowd were the younger crowd, so they probably don't know half of these songs.
Yeah.
But if you looked up front, because
Yeah.
I've seen this so many times now, if you look at the front rows,
Mm-hmm.
they're all our age individuals who knew every single lyric,
And
right?
one thing I don't understand is why P doesn't just stand still. He does this thing where he's
He
like
does
he's like doing this
Army
little
March.
running thing.
It's the Army March.
Well, why are you doing it? Just stand still, dude. You're gassing yourself out, man.
But he's been doing that
when he was
since the
younger,
beginning.
for sure. When he was younger, he would do it like the knees were high,
Yeah.
and he'd be doing it.
I think it's something that it's his thing.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying.
it just took away from the performance for me. It was unnecessary. Like, dude, the music has so much power,
Right.
And such wonderful nostalgia for so many people.
Yeah,
Give me the fucking music.
I get it.
Yeah.
Who's your choice?
Oh yeah, No Limit wins that round.
That you No Limit. Okay,
Without a
for
doubt.
me it's No Limit. So it's 2-1 now. Okay, so round 3, Cash Money starts with Project Bitch, or Project Chick if it was the edited version. I like the song better than Still Fly, for sure. Yeah, there's something about it that's it's
It's a fun song.
it's a club banger.
Yeah.
And even
beat
girls,
is great.
although it's very
Derogatory.
no
Slightly
well
demeaning.
what's the word
Misogynistic.
thank you, it's very misogynistic.
Yep.
But girls love it.
Yeah, man. It's one of those. It's
They
like,
love that.
like
They're
the sweat drop from
yeah.
my balls. Like, it's the same shit. They rap that loud.
And the beat there's something about the horns.
Yeah,
that gets me all the time.
it's
The
fun.
bam, bam, bam,
That beat is banging, man.
right?
Yeah.
That's Manny at his finest.
Yeah.
And once again, Baby. I mean, he's half there. I not that we expected anything extravagant from his performance, but I mean, he doesn't give a
Not
shit.
even the bare minimum.
No, Manny was trying. Man.
Manny was
you gotta
trying.
give Manny credit.
Yeah.
Because he was not only performing, he was still controlling the music and
Yeah.
DJing. So
And
he had to do.
Juvie was on point.
Right.
Obviously.
So No Limit responds with Freakos, which is from the True to the Game album. And the beat is a copy.
Se pasaré, let your knees hurt your elbows.
Yeah, where is that
That
beat
was
from?
Selfless?
No. Sham, you know that beat. Da- dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's Destiny's Child. You know that song? They had a no remix with that
Oh,
beat with
with
Jermaine
Wyclef?
with Jermaine Dupri. Remember that dan 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 dan. Remember it?
Oh,
Remember?
crazy.
Yeah. So it's a beat. I know it's a sample from before, but that's where I remember hearing it. So that beat's being used, but the beat. So it's basically a song. You think it's misogynistic, but it's actually Mia X talking about all these scandalous chicks and
Yeah.
this, that, and the other, and she
Yeah.
goes off.
She killed.
And I think she did really well.
Yep.
For me, I thought Mia's performance was, of course, way better.
Mm-hmm.
But I like Project Chick better than Freakos.
The song.
That's my opinion.
Right.
So overall, I gotta give it to Cat. That's my opinion. I like Freakos, but I didn't really play it on a regular basis. But I did. But Project Chick, not that I played that more.
got more play.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, this was obviously Mia versus Juvie. Everybody else sounded like ass on the
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
I like Project Bitch is a better song. Yeah, this one's gotta go Cash Money.
Okay, so you're 2-1 Cash.
2-1 Cash Money.
And I'm 2-1 No Limit.
No Limit, yeah.
Okay. Gotta keep track. Okay, round number 4. Cash Money comes with arguably one of my favorite Cash Money songs is Cash Money is an Army. From Bee Gees'
Betty in the Navy.
2, 3, 4, 5th album, Chopper City in the Ghetto,
Really good album.
which had bling bling in it.
Yeah, very, very
That's
good
what the
album.
album's known for, but this was my favorite song on the album and one of my favorites of all time. Even the video, I don't know if you remember the video, it hits really hard.
Vague, very
It's basically street dudes in the back and BG's in there and E40 makes an appearance and it's a straight hood video. But yeah, I love this. I remember buying this album for this song because that was the lead single. So yeah, that's one of my favorite songs. Your thoughts on Cash Money as an Army?
I never really cared for
You didn't
the
like it,
song
eh?
too much.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. I think the performance was not good either. The song. BG was on this?
This is his song.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
BG just doesn't sound the same.
Yeah. No, you're right. I don't think he was horrible in his
He
performance.
wasn't bad.
He was
He wasn't
there.
bad. He was there.
But
he was trying to do his thing.
But you're right.
didn't sound
Time
BG.
has definitely.
Yeah, and I mean his
affected-
body's changed dramatically. He's big swole dude
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
And I think you have to kind of you have to realign your voice with your old music.
Yeah.
When you change like that.
True. And he hasn't done
None of
that.
that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always love the hook on that song. Cash
Yes,
Money
yes,
is
yes.
you put it like it was very catchy. So it went against I just want to confirm that's all right. It went against hold on.
This is round 5.
This is round 4. That's right. 1 second.
Shout out to everybody that's tuning in and has tuned in. What we're gonna do is get you to hit the subscribe right here in the middle.
Yes.
I go by Elite ALITE, and this is Riz the HHC. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. For me, it's _elite, and for the podcast, it's _high phrase. And make sure you hit that subscribe. We're trying to grow this podcast. We're doing it completely organic. We're not paying for any bots, not paying for any views. We're going to try and grow this in a way that's real because the hip-hop culture means a lot to us, and we want to contribute to it in a way that's meaningful and valuable.
Definitely. Okay, sorry, back on track. So you know what? I skipped around because the list that I had previously wasn't organized properly. But anyways, so this round that we're talking about is round 5, and we're gonna go back to round 4 after.
Okay.
So Cash Money as an Army versus Masterpiece Bourbon and Lax from the Ghetto D album, which samples sexual healing, right?
Yeah.
Right? Baby. Yeah. Featuring Silk the Shocker, Moby Dick. Great. I love Moby Dick
It's a
so
great
much.
R&B name.
Right? And Lil Gotti Gambino from the Gambino family.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was on the song. But anyways, so it's off of Masterpiece album. Dope song. Solid song.
Yeah.
Interesting choice. I don't know if I would... There's a lot of other songs I would have done instead of Bourbons and Lax. 100%. Not that it's a bad song, but P's got a lot of songs in his
It
bag.
does. Yeah.
I feel like Bourbons and Lax is one of those songs that, like, I would have done. I Always Feel Like.
That's a really good one.
Now
Yeah.
that was a hit song,
Yeah.
and it was a dope song.
Yeah.
Much bigger than Bourbons and Lax.
Bourbons and Lax is one of my favorites of this verses.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
Really?
And it's always been one of my favorite P songs.
Why is that?
The beats, first of all, incredible. And the hook is amazing.
Chill laid back.
And the wood grain with the leather seats.
Do you know why you like it? Can I tell you why you
Why
like
do
it?
I like it?
Because it reminds you of Pimp C and UGK.
Huh.
The way he raps, because you like Pimp C.
Yeah,
And the way
yeah.
P raps on that, he raps like Pimp
He
C.
really does.
And the beat is kind of a UGK beat.
I just like to see smoking.
No
on the
limit
doja.
soldier. Like you can see Pimp C doing that.
Yeah, you totally could. Yeah, that's a
I
good
think
observation.
that might be one of the reasons why you like it.
Solid
And then you like the
observation.
soulful sample.
The sample's amazing. It's always been one of my favorite Masterpiece songs.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
It's a great song. I just in verses it wouldn't be one of my
And it's
picks.
crazy because me and the kids like sing this song at the top of our lungs whenever it comes on
Oh.
because they all like the song. It's on all their
Okay.
playlists.
That's dope.
Yeah, and I got a 24 and 18-year-old, and they all have the song on their playlist.
Yeah, they weren't even born when the song came out.
Born.
Yeah. So
So No Limit cleans this round up for
for
sure.
you, for
Yeah.
me, It's Cash Money.
Really?
Yeah, Cash Money is an army that I still listen to that.
So is it round 5?
So that's round 5, and then we're gonna go back to 4 because we skipped a round because my list was not right.
So technically we're gonna be in round 6.
after we go back to round 4, yes.
Okay. So
right now
what's
we're
your
at
count?
I'm 2-2 now.
Same. I'm 2-2.
Okay, so now we're going back to round 4, which started off with Juvenile's "Rich Ends" from the 400 Degrees Up. That's
Yeah.
the song you were talking about.
Yeah.
Remember you said you would have started off with that?
Yeah.
That's the song.
Yeah. Yeah.
So "Rich Ends" featuring Turk and Lil Wayne. Now Turk was absent because there's a situation going on with him
Contractual
and
disputes.
Birdman and it almost seems like the whole crew right
Yeah.
now, other than Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Turk's got some kind of beef with them. They got to be. I don't know. They all reunited for the reunion tour.
Yes.
Maybe 6-7 months ago, and then things kind of started getting murky. So, anyways, so having 2 people who are featured on the song not there, that really hurts, right? The
pointless
song,
to do the
right?
song.
Although it's a Juvenile
Yeah.
song,
Yeah.
you want to see the features.
Yeah, it's
right?
pointless to do the song if it's gonna lose 3/4 of the song.
So, as far as the song is concerned, what are your thoughts on it?
There's no feeling if the crew's not there.
If the crew is there, how impactful of a song is it for you?
It's not a great song.
Yeah.
I mean, I never really cared for the song.
Yeah,
myself.
me too. And that's one of the songs on 400 Degrees that was one of the more
Could have been a throwaway.
a filler
for me.
song. Yeah. So that went against one of my favorite No Limit songs, and we got to talk about this artist, and that's How You Do That. There,
Oh
by
man.
Young Bleed, R.I.P., who sadly passed away
R.I.P.
about 3
Young
days ago
Yeah.
due to a brain aneurysm.
Yeah.
And he literally had that condition, or he got that 3 days after, I think 2 days after the concert.
Crazy. Man.
Passed away a couple days ago at 51. He fought for a week, but I guess he succumbed to it. Now, Young Bleed, just the man deserves his flowers. New Orleans rapper. He started off with a guy named C-Loke, who's on another New Orleans rapper.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they connected, P was talking about it the other day, is he heard. So How You Do That There is actually a remix.
Yes.
The original song was on the Concentration Camp album, Part 1, which is the whole C-Loke's collective.
Yeah, I remember
So there's a song, and I forget the original name, I should have known, but the original name of the song is not How You Do That There, but it's got the same beat, same style, it's just not that.
Mm-hmm.
P heard it somehow because he was dealing with C-Loke on something. He said, we got to have that song on the I'm About It soundtrack.
Yes.
And so they worked out a deal, and then P liked the song so much that he's like, listen, and then he liked the song so much, C-Loke said that they were trying to get a deal for Young Bleed's first solo album. So then P said, well, why don't you distribute it? We'll put it through No Limit. And then a couple months later, after the About It soundtrack, his album came out, My Balls and My Word. And a lot of people say that was
very good
No
album.
Limit's one of No Limit's best albums.
Yeah, it's a very good album.
It is a very good album.
Yeah.
I remember buying it. Anyways, so R.I.P. to Young Bleed. But that song, when that song came out, I haven't heard anything like that.
It's incredible. It is incredible.
Like the hook is.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Ricky Smiley skit that he does?
On this song?
Yes.
No.
You obviously know.
Yeah, for sure.
So he does. Okay, you got to see it after.
I'll check it out. Yeah.
He has a stand-up special he did. I don't know how. Maybe 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
Where he goes. Oh, because nobody ever talks about the bass player in these rap songs. He goes, you remember that Master P song, that Thug song? And then he goes, play that music. And nobody knows what's going on. And all of a sudden you hear, because How You Do That, that starts with the, right? And then, and then the crowd, you could just hear this roar from the crowd. And then when he and then Bleed, right? He starts there, he goes, who that? Right.
Do that.
And everybody's rapping. And then Smiley's doing this little dance for about maybe 20 seconds. He's like, stop. And then he goes, stop. Okay, that's enough. Because you guys are going to get too wild, it's going to turn into a club because people are getting turned up. So he talks about, because there's a bass line in there. So the whole skit's about the bass player making an appearance. Yeah, it's really funny. But that's like the cultural impact of the song is something else.
Yeah.
The video was on a yacht. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah,
remember they were on a yacht in like the middle of the
Wow.
with all the chicks. Remember that?
That's crazy.
That was their first video outside of land.
That's a throwback. That's why you're the connoisseur. Because I
don't know why I remember that, but I remember that. It's probably for the hot chick.
Wow.
But that song, hearing it for the first time on the I'm About It soundtrack, man, I mean,
It's a game changer.
wow.
Yeah, it was a game changer.
One of No Limit's best songs of all time.
And one of the best moments of this versus.
Especially now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, especially now,
after the
this
fact.
past, yeah.
But you know what? Young Bleak really came out.
Sounded fantastic.
He had all
sounded
the
very
energy.
good, yeah.
Looked good.
Yeah, he was ready.
What did you think?
I thought it was great. The second I heard it, I was like, "Oh yes!" That's one of the songs that got me super excited. I enjoyed it the whole way through. I'm really, really glad they did this on the verses.
It's a nice. It's almost. What's the word?
Well, it's a great tribute.
But yeah, it
like
is.
a preemptive tribute,
It really is.
right? Because no one knew it was gonna happen. But the
It's
fact
like
that
a send-off,
happened,
right?
It really
In a-
was,
in a
man.
weird way, yeah.
Yeah, he got his flowers. He got a huge ovation.
It's true. People
Everyone
start
was
talking
loving
about him
it.
again,
Yeah, everyone
right?
was loving the track, and then he passes.
I don't know if you remember, but maybe less than 10 years ago, there was a Bay Area rapper named Problem who did a remix with that beat.
Oh,
Do you remember
shit,
that?
no.
He used how you do that beat. Sham, you remember that? That rapper Problem? Remember he used the same beat? How you do that there? No? You guys don't
no.
remember that? Okay, I'll play that after. So he brought that song back for a while.
Crazy.
Yeah, the guy's name.
brought it back.
Yeah, he
That song
brought the-
aged so well. It's still fire.
You play it today.
It doesn't matter where you play it.
Absolute.
You give a fuck how,
So-
how you do that though.
So I think, and that's such a down south
Oh,
New
yeah.
Orleans kind of a slang,
Straight
and
up.
we learned, and we used to say a lot of New Orleans slang. Remember, we used to say
Time.
"woody," we used to say how you do that. We used to say obviously "bout it." We used to say like just things like that. We used to say.
That's the moniker.
Because it was just
And it
something
feels
that
good
was
to say.
it really did.
You heal? You
That
heal?
down south drawl just feels good when you
Right?
can speak like that.
If I ain't a hard boy, then what do you? I
Oh,
mean,
that-
that's just
it's so fly.
I mean,
Playboy,
two area codes we knew 226 was cash money, 504 was no limit. I mean, just things like that, right? That's what we're
details.
trying to say. Like we were not just these labels were not like we
And
were
even down
embedded,
to the way,
man.
Down to the way Cash Money wore their rags.
Yeah,
It's very specific the way they wore their
true.
rags, right?
True.
And Magnolia Project, they did different.
It's true. And
Yeah.
then no limit with the camel.
And the crazy thing is, I was watching an interview with was it Baby? No, it was like it was with Manny Fresh. He was on 85 South.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's doing
Okay,
a
yeah,
little tour run with them, and he was talking about how we're these projects, but we're really like 5 minutes away from each other.
yeah.
Like the way it sounded, at least to us, like two different sides of New
Right,
Orleans.
like east and west.
Yeah,
of that.
but literally, it's just down the street, around the
true.
block, and these guys are there.
P even said he goes, I had family in Magnolia.
It's so
like
weird.
they had they
Magnolia.
yeah. I mean it's crazy.
Yeah, so No Limit cleans that round.
No
out.
limit cleans that round.
Easy.
So we're going. So
3-2.
for both of us.
Both of us,
Yeah,
yeah.
for both of us. Okay. So now we're back on track here. Round 6. Cash Money starts with Juvenile, Slow Motion, featuring Soulja Slim, which
Oh,
I mean, it's an iconic song.
unbelievable!
It's Soulja Slim's last documented song.
Yeah,
Um,
dude, this has got to be one of the best hooks in hip hop.
it's a great hook.
I like that.
It's a great
putting
hook.
that back. I don't know what it. Dude,
And the
it's
beat is
so
very-
fucking fly.
The beat is very it's very down south.
Yeah.
It's very slower. It's slower. It's laid back. It's got a little bit of soul to it, right? Yeah. It's not your typical. It's not a typical Cash Money song in the sense of they're not flossing on it.
Well, and they don't use samples very much, but the sample they used on this was fucking awesome.
Fabulous,
Man.
yeah.
So good.
When I first heard Slow Motion, Slow Motion had come out in like 2003.
Yeah.
So this is when my
Because
run.
there was some label shit happening, right?
Right. So my run with these two labels was done.
Right.
I was now 50 Cent. Right? And the game and those guys
Game,
and
yeah.
Jay
Yeah.
and now Kanye is coming in.
Yeah.
No Limit and Cash Money was a memory now
Yeah.
at this point. I mean, I was still listening to their stuff,
Yeah.
but they weren't on my radar anymore.
Yeah.
And then Slow Motion comes out. I'm like, all right, this is a cool song. It's all right.
Yeah.
I didn't really love it. I think it was all right. It's not aha. But then, as the years went, I really started appreciating the song
Yeah.
more, and now I'm like, yeah, this is a very solid song.
I remember seeing the video first,
Yeah.
And right away I was like, oh fuck, this is a banger out the gate.
You just loved it,
I
right?
loved it immediately because the beat is so good.
Right.
And dude, the rapping is so good. Like Juvenile sounds amazing. Soulja Slim sounds dope.
Right.
I never really heard a lot of Soulja Slim.
Me too.
But in that song, he was like on fire, man.
Well, I mean, even now, like people refer to him as New Orleans' Tupac,
right.
like Soulja Slim.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And I don't know if it's because of his ways as far as like a thug or whatever you want to call it, or you know what I mean.
Getting
that
killed
kind-
early.
or is it because he was such a dope rapper? Like people say he was like one of the dopest rappers. I bought his album, Give It to Him Raw, and it was a solid album, but. I don't know. Maybe I gotta listen to it again. I never really thought of him as lyrical, but once again, I never listened to it like
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna visit.
I
Soulja
almost
Slim's
bought. A lot of these
catalog.
No Limit albums, I just bought for the sake of buying. I would listen to the hit song,
Yeah.
you know, the song that the video got released
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
and I really wouldn't listen to
It was
anything
out of
else.
solidarity to P.
That's basically what it came
Yeah.
down. I mean, there's if I had to revert time, I would have not bought half of those albums. And not that they're horrible. It was I didn't care for them. Like Gambino Family, one good song. Prime Suspects, one good song. Mean Green compilation, one good song. You know, like. But I bought the Foolish soundtrack,
Right.
one good song. Like so there was a lot of albums I bought just because I'm too deep into the game now. I can't get out now.
You gotta fulfill the
You gotta
collection.
fulfill right. Right. Yeah, like so anyways, okay, so we got Slow Motion. Can anything beat Slow Motion?
That's tough.
I don't
man.
know, but then No Limit comes back with Silk the Shocker, Master P's younger brother. It Ain't My Fault with Mystical. And I'm gonna say this. When that song came out, there's two parts. There's part 1 and part 2.
Yeah.
But when part 1 came out, it was a slow burn. Because initially, I mean, if you were a fan, you liked it, but it became an actual hit.
Really
Like
did.
when they released the video, I don't remember. Remember they were in the electric chairs.
Yes.
And that's when our clubbing era started. And they used to play that song
Yeah.
in the club.
Yeah, it was a banger. Yeah.
So it's two very different songs, right? Two very these are two very, very different songs. But for me, I'm gonna have to say It Ain't My Fault because for me, it was a time we were outside,
We were outside.
and even now when you play it, it's hype. Now Slow Motion is slow motion too. I mean, but for me, where are you like? You know, you have to go one way, and honestly, for me, it's Ain't My Fault.
For me, Cash Money steals this
Fair enough. Yeah,
hard.
okay.
And here's the wild part for me, which
Yeah.
was, and I feel so bad for Silk because I really fuck with Silk the Shocker. I've always thought he was dope rapper.
Right.
I actually, for a long time, I thought he was the best rapper in No Limit because
wow.
he has bars.
He does.
regardless of how the cadence he uses.
No, he
which
does
is
have bars.
A little off-putting because he's behind the beat. As far as the rap skills go, I always thought he was the most skilled rapper out of No Limit. But the fuck, he set himself up for failure because his flow is behind the beat,
Yeah.
right?
Offbeat.
Sometimes it's ahead of the beat.
It's off.
The problem when you rap his style live
Right.
and you're playing your background vocals, how are you ever gonna be on time?
You're
You're
wrong.
behind your beat, and you're behind how you originally recorded it, and you're never gonna match up. It was so confusing.
Yeah.
And the
I
worst
get
part
it.
is he started the song early.
He did.
And I was like, no, you can't do that. Everyone
Yeah.
already thinks
Yeah, he
your
ju-
timing is
He
terrible.
jumped the gun.
And you started early.
He got a lot of criticism for that. He got a lot of criticism for
I
that.
was like, oh.
So slow motion.
Without a doubt.
Easily.
So okay, so I'm 4-2 and you're 3-3.
Yeah.
Okay. Round 7. Cash Money comes with Bling Bling. Featuring Birdman, Juvenile, Lil Wayne,
whole
Maddie.
clique.
I mean the whole clip.
Yeah.
Now Bling Bling was the second single from BG's Cash Money's a Chopper City in the Ghetto album. At the time, we didn't realize what that term Bling Bling would become.
Yeah.
A lot of people said that if they had trademarked that term,
Oh, dude.
they would without a shadow of a doubt be billionaires.
All of them.
Because bling or bling bling used in either,
Yeah.
they would be getting
It's in a
royalties.
fucking dictionary. It's an
Yeah.
Oxford dictionary.
Yeah,
bling
that's
bling.
correct. And at the time, because it wasn't a word, you could trademark.
Yeah,
It
for
wasn't
sure.
a word per se.
Yeah. It was nothing. They just turned a sound effect into a song.
Right? And
Yeah.
and the word even now, it kind of died for a while,
Yeah.
right? Bling bling or bling bling, whatever you would.
Yeah.
But now it's back again.
Well, I think
Like bling, when people say, "Oh, you got some bling," like
yeah,
it's back again.
People are using it different ways.
Right?
Blinging.
There's a resurgence.
Yes.
Now the song itself, it's cool. You can obviously tell it's got radio play all over it. It's for the radio. It's for MTV. The video's flossy. It's got everybody in it. It's not one of my favorite Cash Money songs, but I
Yeah.
understand why they would have to play it because
It's a
especially the
massive
younger
hit.
people would know that song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your thoughts?
I never liked the song. I always thought the song was corny.
Yeah.
Obviously know why they made it. I know why it's a hit.
Right.
I never liked it. I just
Right.
remember the video where they had the 2 watches
Yes,
on.
that's
like,
right.
these motherfuckers would-
Yeah.
Why you got 2 Rolex?
Iced out on top.
Yeah,
of that.
you know,
Yeah.
I just felt like it was like, I felt like Cash Money was so authentic in who they were, and I felt like Bling Bling was kind of like,
So street. Birdman song.
I had never fucked with it.
Is a Birdman.
Never moved me.
So who's your choice?
What was No Limits again in this?
It ain't my fault.
Was it?
Oh no, sorry. Sorry. So No Limits Come Back is Mac feature actually it's a Mercedes song. They credit it as a Mercedes song. So it's Mercedes featuring Mac. I can tell. It was kind of when Mac came out, it was kind of
right,
a slowed down.
right,
I
right.
can tell you if you want.
Yeah.
And then Mac does the rapping.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Sham might be the only one that's heard the song. Because I never heard the song. I never bought the Mercedes album.
No, I did.
See, I didn't buy. I had the single. I had the single for Mercedes. I forget what song it was. I know the album was Rear End. I forget the name of her single, but I had the single. I don't even think I fucking listened to the single, but I bought it because once again it was that solidarity
She was an R&B singer
to No
for
Limit.
Yeah.
So I heard the song, and apparently the song is one of these cult classics. Like if you know No Limit, if you know Down South, it was a hit
Yeah.
in the South.
Right.
Huge hit.
I didn't like the song. I don't like Mercedes is not good.
Nope.
She's not really. I mean, No Limit wasn't really known for R&Bs, but
No.
Sons of Funk could sing a little bit,
Sing. Yeah.
right? But
Moby Dick.
Mercedes
Funk,
can't.
wow.
I mean, I think Mia X sings better than Mercedes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Mac was good. Mac is considered the Nas of like New Orleans. Like a lot of people fuck with Mac.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and if you listen to his
got a
first
storied
album,
career,
his
yeah.
was Shell Shocked. I mean, classic.
Mm-hmm.
But this was an odd choice.
Weird. Yeah.
And P, I actually saw a podcast with P today, and he said that he was surprised by that because he thought it was going to be Hootie Hoo or another song,
Mm-hmm.
and for some reason they went with that because there was some, I don't know if you heard, there was some uproar after the fact from Mercedes. Did you hear about
No,
that?
no.
So Mercedes went on. So she was at the concert, but she went on social media the next day and started trashing Master P, trashing No Limit, saying, "Why wasn't I on stage? They didn't invite me. This, that, and the other."
Whack.
And then 2 days later, she went on social media and to everybody, and she apologized, saying because Master P said he had no idea they were going to do the song. If he knew, he would have arranged for her to be on there.
That's so weird.
So, anyways, that song. Have you ever heard that
No,
song prior to that?
no.
Okay. What did you think of the song?
I didn't care for it.
Yeah, horrible choice.
I mean,
in a versus,
it makes no
In a
sense.
versus, Sham,
Yeah, true.
you're not using that song.
No, it's too soft, too easy. Yeah.
It's not even a hit, really. Come on, right?
Yeah, it's got no real
No, it's more of a deep
nostalgia
cut.
at
It's more of a
all.
deep cut, yeah.
And maybe unless you're from New Orleans.
I guess, and you're like, in Sham, like he made a good point. Like, like all these verses, they all do like a deep cut or two sometimes.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
even the
for
deep
sure.
cut is popular.
Are recognizable, yeah.
Like it's right,
Yeah.
right. Like
Like Ring
you
of
know
All
of it,
something was deep cut.
but nobody's heard of this that I
yeah,
know of.
and you know what the worst part is? Bling Bling was so bad, I still choose Mac over it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
See, I choose Bling Bling.
Yeah, it
because
was so
I'll
bad.
listen to Bling Bling more than I'll listen to that.
For
song.
sure. But just off of the moment,
Yeah, I get it.
it was so bad.
So we're at.
PG was like,
Bling Bling was that was a Birdman's favorite, a Birdman's
What round is that?
That's round 8. No, round 7.
So I'm 4.
I'm 4-3. I'm 5-2.
Cash money.
I'm 5-2.
Right.
No,
limit.
no. I'm 4-3. No limit.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
I'm 4-3 cash money.
Right. Okay. Okay. So round number 8, Juvenile, set it off. Yeah, I mean, off of 400 degrees. Didn't really
Was
do much
never
for me.
memorable for me.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what No Limit bring, and a lot of people said this is now the downfall of Cash Money in this versus because now things start to really fall off.
Yeah.
No Limit comes back with masterpiece Ice Cream Man, which even if you don't like the song, it's an iconic song.
I fucking love the song.
Me too.
Ice Cream Man is one of my favorite Masterpiece songs.
I'll be honest, I didn't like when I first bought that album because it's off of the Ice Cream Man album, obviously. My favorite song on that song was on that album was actually My Ghetto Heroes.
Yes.
That was actually my favorite
Yeah,
song.
I remember back in the day you weren't big on that song.
I didn't like Ice Cream Man.
Yeah.
I found it a little not cheesy, but there was something I don't know. I didn't really. But now, after time, I can understand the relevance,
Oh,
and
yeah.
now I really like it.
It's a banger.
So obviously, I mean, I don't think we have to go any further.
Yeah,
That's
this
a-
is
that's a
P's
no
shining
limit.
moment of the verses. He sounded really good.
He did, and the crowd was really receptive.
Crowd
with
was really
this-
into it.
Yeah.
I think this is by far P's best moment of the verses. No
Right.
question. Ice Cream Man wins this round.
So for me, it's 5-3,
4-4.
and it's 4-4 for you. Okay, round number 9. Big timers. So I said there was 10 rounds. There was actually 12.
But before we get there, Ice Cream Man, I just gotta say one thing about this performance.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Okay, I just had a funny thought when I was watching it because P kept going, "Who I am, who I am,
Yeah, that's right.
who I am,"
Yeah.
and the whole time I'm thinking, one day he's gonna have dementia, and he's gonna be in the streets yelling out, "Who I am!"
Yeah.
I just
That's
thought
very
that was
possible.
hilarious. But yeah, that's the only thing I didn't understand. Like, why are you saying stop it? Just do the song.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna do the "Who I Am."
I think it's that's what happens in concerts, right? People start ad-libbing. They do different things.
Yeah, I just wish that.
But you're right. I mean, it wasn't necessary, no, but I think that's the beauty of a concert. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think moments like that are not within the rhythm of the song.
Yeah.
Steal away some of that song.
That's
to me.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get it.
but that's just me. The performer in me was cringing so
Yeah,
hard
no kidding.
because I use those moments on stage to
Yeah.
get crowd participation.
I get it.
Because he should have been like ice cream, and get the crowd to
Yeah.
call a response, which would have been way cooler than the "Who I am." Who I am.
But then again, that crowd wasn't the crowd.
I maybe not.
But you're right. I mean, you
Because it's Vegas. Vegas doesn't really have
you should have had more of that, especially with such an iconic song where a lot of people,
iconic.
you know.
Yeah, man.
All right, round number 9. Cash Money starts with Big Timers and their song Number One Stunner, which is arguably one of my favorite Cash Money songs of all time. The song literally lives by the title. The video lives by the title. You remember that they're just doing 360s and Lambos and Ferraris like it's nothing with the. They're so ridiculous that they got the doors open,
Yep.
the 4 watches on each hand, the chain bigger than the next. I mean, but the beat is so good,
Beat is
and it's just a dope song, man. It's one of my favorite. Yeah,
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, it's been a great song, but this sounds so bad.
Well, a lot of that credit goes to Birdman.
Yeah, Birdman sounded horrible. I just don't. He should not be on stage,
Yeah, he
man.
should not be on stage. I agree.
Or be on stage and just shut up. Just let your verse play.
I agree.
It's so hard to listen to.
So it was versus. So No Limit comes back with Bout It, the original Bout It. How ironic. Not even timed. That's weird.
For those of you that don't know what just happened, he's talking about it,
Mm-hmm.
and the song is playing in the background right now
As we
as
speak.
we're talking about it. That's
Weird. And just a little, and this is just me being, you know, a little OCD, but the song is not I'm Bout It. The song is Bout It, Bout It. So let's get that straight, social media.
Yes.
You guys are all saying, oh, I love that song, I'm Bout It.
The saying might be I'm Bout It, but the song is Bout It, Bout It.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Or Bout It 2, which is
Yes.
off the Ice Cream album. But it's not I'm Bout It. If you want to talk about I'm Bout It, that's the title of his movie and a
Yes.
soundtrack.
Yes.
But P has never released a song called I'm Bout It.
Nope.
So you guys are saying, oh, I love that song. And even some of you, you know what I noticed with this, Elite? That a lot of journalists are not doing their research.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Like hip hop journalists.
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
getting a lot of things wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wouldn't you, as a journalist, do your education?
I think they're being anecdotal and not filling in the blanks the way they should.
I was listening to Ebro in the Morning, which is a hip hop show on Hot 97.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to it from time to time. I like the collective, Laura Stiles, Ebro, and Peter Rosenberg. Yeah, and Shawnee
there's both
Culture,
in one,
and Cast One. So so they're talking about this, right? And Laura, who I really love, because she's a real hip hop. You know what she goes? She goes, yeah. She goes, you know who's the star of No Limit? She goes, Maya X. And I know that's something small.
No, it's not.
But
No.
Laura, come on, you're
No.
our age. You know better. You know, like even if you
Maya
even if you didn't
X?
listen to Mia X, I get it. You're East Coast, and
Oh.
East Coast is real East Coast. I get it. They don't really go. They don't fuck with a lot of.
My
But you, as a journalist, as a radio personality, you should put some respect.
That's
on.
embarrassing. There's no excuse for that.
I was just
That's
watching that,
embarrassing.
going, what?
Nah, that's
Maya X.
That's garbage. It's garbage.
Thank
It's
you.
It's like 2-pack. Bitch ass.
Anyways, I'm Bout It was on the True album titled True.
Okay. Yeah.
So this came out in 95.
Yeah.
And
95.
yeah. I bought it obviously after the fact.
Right.
But that's a solid album. Just so if
It
you've
is,
never
yeah.
heard it, it's got some great songs on it. But this is where the song comes on. This song was a huge hit back in 1995. New York DJs and Hot 97 said that this was one of the first records from the South that they played on a New York radio.
Crazy.
Because it was very different.
The synthesizer is so good.
We were talking about it the other day. Like this song doesn't sound like a down south song.
No.
It sounds like a West
It's got
Coast
West.
almost.
Yeah, because the synth,
Feel.
right? It's got West all over it.
But the beat is so hard, and the chorus is so hard. It's right. There's
And
something about it.
one of Mia X's
Mia
best
X
performances.
goes nuts.
Yeah.
P
sounds great.
P goes
on the
hard.
song. No question, this round's no limit.
Now, if
for
it was
sure.
any other song, number one stunner would be for me.
Yeah.
But you're not going to beat I'm Bout
No,
It.
no.
Now,
Easy win.
just as a quick visual for anybody who hasn't seen the verses yet, before Cash Money started off with no number one stunner, Birdman grabs the mic like an old unk and starts preaching about
Lame.
he started the face tattoos, he started the stunning, he started this like a 2-3 minute tirade. And then Manny grabs the mic and is like, okay, let's go. And then they go into number one stunner. And the crowd's hype because the song's hype and everything. And then after the song ends, they still go on a little bit. They're still talking. And then P goes, I'm
You might
quoting.
be
Yeah, he goes,
the
yeah, Birdman, I give you credit, man. You were the first one to start that stunning shit. And then Birdman doesn't have the mic anymore. He grabs it and he goes, that's right. I was the first one to, and then they rip the mic from him again because they know he's going to go crazy. And then P goes, yeah, well, you know what? I was uptown too, and this, that. And then he goes, and I started this bout of shit. And he goes, okay, I'll play that. And then the beat drops, and you can literally see BG shaking and dancing, and Juvie in the back, because I've seen it that many times. And they're just...
Because it's a Fantastic song.
And then you hear this in the crowd. You hear this. Oh, you know that oh like oh shit. Now we really did it. And they're singing the chorus and the crowd. No Limits. Their camp
Easy
is
win.
just
Easy win.
Boz is going nuts.
Yeah.
He's got the shirt off.
I mean, this is one of the most hype songs.
Right?
They have, yeah. It's a great song.
So obviously that goes to about it.
5-4, no limit.
Yeah.
Murder.
For me, it's what is it? 7? No,
See? That soundtrack.
6-3.
6-3. That's
Great sound.
is.
The song.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. Okay, round number 10. Cash Money starts off with "Get Your Roll On," another one of my favorite songs from Cash Money. Dope beat, dope video, very flossy, typical big timers. You can't expect much of big timers. That's all they did. Two guys who can't really rap, have dope beats, and all they talk about is flossing.
That's it.
That's it. Your thoughts on "Get Your Roll On"?
I never cared for the song.
You didn't care. Okay.
Yeah.
Versus Master P's "Make 'Em Say Part 1 from the Ghetto D album, which classic. Some people call it corny now.
How?
They're like, it's a little corny. Make them say, it's a little. I like it. I still like it.
Love the song.
I still like it because
Yeah.
there's something about it that
It's great song.
you got big things. We got big, and that was
things.
another. Now, if you
Wow,
think
how
about
is
it,
this?
that was another Cash Money disc. You got
Yeah.
big things. We got
the
big,
big
like
banks. Yeah.
yeah.
And then Mystical,
Mystical.
Monster
Yeah.
Verse.
And Fiend was good in
Fiend
it
was
too.
really dope.
Mia.
Fiend's
So-
cadence that he used
Yeah.
on there.
P there. See you where.
Yeah.
See you there. Remember that? And Mystical sitting on the basketball net.
And then with the big gold tank onto the basketball
And then we got
court.
Shaq in the crowd
Shaq
like
was in
nothing.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so cool.
Now
And Silk was really good on the song too.
Silk was really good now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy win.
Easy win for me, yeah. So that's finished at round 10. So I'm at 7-3 and you're
6-4.
at you got 6-4.
Yeah.
Number 11 starts off with Hot Boys and I Need a Hot Girl.
Right.
And that was from their second album, Guerrilla Warfare. Correct. Thank you. Their first album was Get It How You Live.
Get how you live, yeah.
I remember this song. It's fine. I
love it.
I didn't really listen to a lot.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, I didn't really listen to a lot. Versus Choppa Style. Now Choppa was Choppa came post Beats by the Pound,
Right.
early 2000. This is the new No Limit now. They were
Yeah,
called the
yeah.
new No Limit. Their sound was very different.
Yeah.
This song was a hit back then. I still remember it. I don't know too much about Choppa. New Orleans rapper. He can rap. It's kind of like the Nelly of New Orleans. I think that would be the best way to put it. But I like that. Listening to the song again, I was like, "Oh shit, this is a dope." Like for me, it's like a hype kind of a party
Yeah.
fun song.
Yeah.
And for me, it's better than I Need a Hot Girl.
For sure. For
Same
sure.
with you.
And the performance was pretty good.
He killed it.
Yeah.
he
yeah.
did a great
He
job.
wasn't bad at all.
He didn't use a backtrack.
Yeah,
he rapped
no.
the whole thing. He got the he
Yeah.
got everybody hyped.
He definitely came to make that point that song is still a banger.
And that's the kind of songs we're talking about. Like even if it's a one hit wonder, that's what you need.
It could spark his career in that way.
Right.
Yeah.
And you need a song that everybody knows. And
Yes.
everybody knew that song. People were dancing and yeah. Alrighty. We're down to the last, well, basically round, I guess, if you want to call that. So round 12 was very weird. Because just before round 12 started, Manny Fresh from Cash Money's camp grabs the mic and says, "Listen, everybody, we gotta."
Kicking us out.
Right, they're kicking us out. Unfortunately, we got we got time restraint and we got to end it.
That's so weird.
And then I was confused. I'm sure you were like,
it
everybody-
didn't make
but
any
they're like,
sense.
okay, fine, you're gonna end it. Okay, what are we gonna do? And then they progressed to go and play a backtrack of Lil Wayne's "A Milli" from the Carter 3, which was, first of all, that was post Cash Money and that crew.
Yeah.
There was no Manny Fresh, there was no BG, there was no Juvenile, there was no Turk. That Carter 3, that's the song where that came from. Although, yes, it is Cash Money. At that point, Young Money wasn't established. But, I mean, what are we talking about? That's not from that era, man.
They were cheating.
It was weird.
Yeah.
But, okay, and they were cheating. But
Yeah.
even though... Is that odd? Isn't
It
that
didn't-
was
it
the
didn't-
weirdest
it didn't
thing
make any sense
possible?
because Wayne wasn't even there. I fucking love this song. Like,
Oh,
Millie's
a Millie's a classic.
But there's no reason why I should have played.
I don't understand it. Why would you
Yeah.
play any of his songs? Period.
If Manny produced it, it would have been a different thing. But the fact that he didn't even touch
no,
that
Bangladesh
song,
produced that song.
it didn't make sense for him to
but
play it.
but would you even play a song
It doesn't make
regardless
sense.
if he's not even there?
No, it doesn't make sense.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's almost like they were trying to throw a life raft. Like like
Yeah.
like they were like
Yeah.
this is maybe
We're
this
still-
could say
we're
because at that
relevant.
point they were dropping
There-
right.
And the thing is, like, this is before Birdman went on that stupid rant, right?
This is after.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
you know, Birdman went on that stupid rant about Turk and stuff.
Oh no, sorry. That's before.
That comes at the end, right?
That comes at the end.
Yeah, it just felt like Birdman was starting to become like a real buzzkill for the whole
He did.
thing.
You could tell he was bitter, and he had.
Yeah, it
On a
didn't
side
make
note,
sense.
he had his wife's sister, Tamar Braxton.
Oh right.
He's married to
right.
Tony Braxton, if you
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
And his wife's sister his sister-in-law was there by his side, toweling his head and like fanning him down.
It's very strange.
Yeah, it's very, the whole thing's very strange.
Yeah, big buzzkill, Birdman.
But yeah, that was very. I don't. So we were talking about Ha earlier. Wouldn't you have played Ha then,
Would've made so
as
much
kind of
sense.
like your?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened or what the decision making was, but
That was
putting
so
Amelie in the
odd.
mix was just a weird flex.
But anyway, so they played that. The crowd is super confused. They're not even reacting to the song. Cash Money's camp, they're singing along with it.
Yeah.
You had a Jacques up there singing every song like he was part of that whole. I mean, I know you're part of Cash Money now, but come on, man. Anyways,
King of R&B.
right. So No Limit comes back with Snoop Dogg's "Down for My Ends,"
Yeah.
featuring C Murder, which was actually on Snoop's album and on C Murder's album. It was on both albums. This song is you hear that dun, 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 and it's lights out.
Yeah.
Now, when the song first came out, I wasn't a huge fan of the
It
song.
was good. I never cared for it too much either.
I've cared about it more in recent times
Yeah.
because now it's more hype for me. And C Murder's rap is Snoop. He's fine, but C Murder is really ruthless on
Snoop
this album.
has chemistry with rappers like C Murder
Absolutely.
and Pac, obviously.
Well said.
I think they could have done a lot of cool things together if C Murder was out.
Well, I mean, there was supposed to be an album called from a group Tank Dogs.
Right.
Beware of the Dogs.
Right.
Which was Snoop,
They scrapped it. Yeah.
Mac, Fiend, and C Murder.
That's crazy.
Kind of the more lyricists of the team, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, so how do you even compare a Millie, because it's not really even supposed to
Yeah,
be like it's weird.
It shouldn't count.
I
It
feel
shouldn't
like
be in
that's
the mix.
around that kind of. I mean, for me, it goes to No Limit because the performance was crazy.
Yeah, it was really good.
And then on a side note, Snoop comes out
Yeah.
for his verse.
Yeah.
A lot of people were like, "Oh, is Snoop gonna be there? Is he gonna come?" Because the concert's now done, and even if you didn't play a Snoop song, you'd think he would be there earlier,
Solidarity
right? Because
Yeah.
I mean, No Limit
They waited.
brought him back,
saved his life.
right?
Yeah.
But for so long you didn't see Snoop, you're like, okay, he's not coming. And then all of a sudden the guy comes in. Even the crowd at the beginning, they're like, because I guess they didn't show it on the big screen. You couldn't really tell.
There's so many
and all of a
people
sudden
on
you hear this roar because I guess they played it right,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
was cool. And
he sounded fantastic.
the guy killed it.
He did. Yeah, on point lyrically.
Right.
No backing vocals, but Snoop's
And he was
always been good.
angry. Like he was
Yeah.
trying to make a point.
Bring back that energy.
Like fuck you guys, right?
but Snoop's always been a great performer.
Yes.
I can't take that away from him.
Highly, even at this age.
Yeah,
Breath
yeah.
control and
Always
all
been
that,
solid.
right?
Yeah.
So if you want to call that around, for me it goes to No Limit.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, and then and I don't know why they got an extra song, but Cash Money then played "Back That Ass Up."
Yeah. Which just doesn't make any sense.
And it's funny because "Back That Ass Up" is one of my favorite hip hop songs of all time. It's one of the most hype songs of all time. But and anytime you play that song anywhere, it gets this
It's
reaction.
a party. It's a party. Instant.
There's this YouTube clip you should of a Chris Brown concert, and I guess during he has these huge stadium concerts,
Massive.
right?
Yeah.
Hate him or like him, but he's got these huge concerts, and I guess he has an intermission because
Yeah.
his concert's so much. There's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much to do with it. So they have an intermission, right? And someone took this clip, and everybody's kind of just walking around and waiting, but they're all in their seats, but they're just, and the DJ's playing music like they do during the intermission, just random hits. All of a sudden, the DJ plays "Back That Ass Up," and I kid you not, Watch everybody and their mom starts rapping every lyric, dancing. You got girls booty pop. Like, I mean, it was for 4 minutes, it turned into a club.
That's amazing. That's
Right? And that's what that
amazing.
song does. But for some
Yeah.
reason, I don't know if it was the weird Millie transition
Yeah.
or the fact that Down for My Ends was like the hammer on the nail.
Yeah.
But there was no
It just
real.
makes no sense.
It was, but the response wasn't there.
Well, because they were doing
I don't
all
know-
that stupid, we're running out of time, and I think
Maybe.
dropping a milli just killed all their momentum.
Yeah.
The back that ass up should have been where a milli was played.
Right.
And they could have went off on a high note, but they kind of
Like if it was Back That Ass Up versus Down for My End,
yeah,
Back That Ass Up is probably gonna win.
for sure. Because Juvie's performance would have been dope.
Right?
Yeah.
But
They
everything
they
was
fucked it up.
wrong.
They fucked
And then
it up.
after that, it ends. And then Birdman once again grabs the mic. No, sorry. Manny was like, okay, we want to thank, they're doing their kind of their
They're goodbyes.
outros, right?
Yeah.
But Birdman once again goes on this tangent, starts talking about this, that, and the other, and like Elite said, then he starts going down about
Bad.
Turk and how Turk's a little bitch, but
Yeah.
we'll fuck with you when we fuck with you,
Yes.
Lil Wayne. Like
What?
he was talking good about Lil Wayne, but he's like, it was just really odd, and like you said, it was kind of like this bitter.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
It made no
it was like
sense.
a bitter dad where his kids didn't come to his like 20-year-old reunion or something, right? So he's like calling them out, right? It just didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And then it's funny too because he's wearing like a yellow hoodie and he's 53 or 54, and he's got like massive face tattoos, and I'm like, bruh,
Yeah, none of it was good.
everything
And
looks.
I think they gave Pete the last word, right?
No, so what happened was after that, then Manny grabbed the mic and Manny's like, okay, and he goes, yo, P, he goes, you know what you got to say, and P was gone,
Right.
and they were talking about that because he fucked off,
Yeah.
and the reason why he did that, he's saying, is because, well, he didn't really say it in so many words, but he knew that if he stayed,
Yeah, it just looks bad.
there could be like a verbal, because you're gonna say something stupid, then I'm gonna have to say, and as soon as he said he saw Baby pick up the mic and kind of started, he's like, and he goes talk about Turk and stuff, he goes,
We're out.
we're out. So he left
So
with
it's
Snoop.
out.
The rest of the people were there, but him and Snoop were gone, and then so they didn't do like a speech, but that was fine, and that was it.
Yeah.
That was the show.
Yeah, so like looking back in retrospect for me,
Yeah.
the feeling that I got from it when I first saw it is didn't change for me. I feel like they could have done a better job of execution. Overall, the trip of nostalgia was great. A lot
Right.
of great songs.
Yeah.
But obviously, No Limit wins
No Limit wins for you.
easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if and let's just say if this was a 20 song battle, so another 7-8 songs, would it be could it be a different story?
Yeah, it could be closer. But again, it depended on Wayne.
What name 5 songs that you would have liked to have heard that they didn't play from each camp, or a couple songs.
I mean,
from,
Go DJ for sure.
yeah, that's a good one.
Makes no sense.
But then once again, he's not there.
Exactly.
Yeah, no songs that they could have played with what they had.
My Nina's Gonna Ride With Me from Juvenile. That's one of my favorite songs of his from his catalog.
That's a good one.
I know Bee Gees got a couple of songs from his first 2 albums that should be there for sure.
It's all on you. Volume 1 and Volume 2 have
Yeah,
some
there's
bangers.
got to be songs from there
Yeah.
that are on there.
Yeah.
Something Shaka. I mean, I would have loved to hear I Got the Hookup.
That was one of mine.
I would love to hear I Miss My Homies.
That was one of mine.
Yeah, like
P was talking about that he wanted to play
because
that.
those songs are songs that the crowd would just like jump in and
Yeah,
love.
those
right?
were 2. I wanted to hear Hootie Hoo.
Oh yeah,
That's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
that's
love
a
that
hype
song.
one. Yeah.
I would have liked to heard Meal Ticket
Oh
with
shit.
UGK and 8 Ball and MJG from Down Bowders on
that
there.
one.
That's one of those. Yeah,
Damn.
deep cuts. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
Put up soldier rags.
yeah, Neighborhood Superstar from Hot Boys.
Oh
and,
yeah.
What You Want to Do from BG. Yeah, I mean there was a lot of songs, but ultimately, you know what? All in all, for me, it was nostalgic, but it even now, like with the chain and just listening to these songs, it really brought me back to an amazing time in hip hop, man. That can never be duplicated ever again.
And I think the really great thing, what it showed is that no versus is impossible.
Very
because there's
very
no way
true.
we would have thought we would
Very
ever see
true.
this.
Very
so if you
true.
could bring Nolan make Cash Money on stage, you could really make Swiss and Timbaland can obviously make anything happen.
I think so.
So this is a good precedent to set. It's a great way to kick off their season.
Yes.
It shows that they can bring some unity in it.
Facts.
I wish Birdman learned how to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But
He was
again,
definitely a liability.
that's who he is. That's who he's always been.
Yeah.
You can't really expect much more than that.
No.
But overall, they did their thing, and it reminded me a lot of why I like so much of their music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolute facts. Before we end it, who would you like to see in the next verses? If you had to pick two R&B or rap or hip hop groups or artists, I mean, is there anybody that you've thought of after watching this? Saying like,
Yeah, I think this is going to be like an impossibility. I would love to see Tribe Called Quest versus Outkast.
oh,
Yeah.
oh,
I mean,
that's interesting.
you're going to get a lot of radio hits from Outkast, but Outkast has got a lot of deep cuts too.
Yes, they do.
Like, I'd love to
Especially
hear,
from the first album.
yeah, like songs
Yeah.
like Spotty Yaddy Dopalicious, that songs
Yeah.
that
Well,
kind
even like Jazzy Bell. That was a radio hit, but it was kind of one.
Wheels of Steel. There's just
Wheels
these
of
random
Steel,
songs. That,
yeah.
And Tribe's got a fucking catalog.
Yeah,
People underestimate how many
No, they got a
bangers
lot of
Tribe
songs.
has.
they got a lot.
Tribe's
of songs.
got years of bangers, so I would love to see that. I mean, we'll probably never see it, but I mean,
That would be interesting. Well,
Yeah.
without Fife, right?
without Fife, it's gonna be hard.
And is Three Stacks,
Three Stacks
even
is
rap?
on the flute mission still, so
Yeah.
it'd be tough to see. But
That's
what
a
would
good one, man.
What would you choose?
Well, the one that's impossible would be Jay-Z versus Nas, Nas versus Eminem, or Jay-Z versus Eminem,
Shit, that's solid.
which will never happen.
Cardi B.
I mean, I think Jay versus Nas, if that ever happens, that will be culture defining. That's gonna be one of those moments that nobody in the culture will ever forget.
I agree.
Because they're gonna do it with performance in mind.
You're right.
Because Nas is fucking doing his music over symphony orchestras right now.
true.
And Jay has obviously always been one of the better
Yeah.
live performers. So that could be one of those.
You know what would break the
Groundbreaking
internet?
moments.
Which obviously we know will never ever happen.
Yeah.
But you know what would break the internet? Drake versus Kendrick.
Shit.
Can you imagine 2020 or even
Shit.
1010 with the beef and the this and the that? Oh, it could be.
I mean,
Everybody and their mom would be watching.
I think Not Like Us would be a death sentence live.
Could be.
Because he's calling him a pedophile. to
Could
his
be.
Face.
Could be. But
Um,
that's, you gotta realize, that's just one song.
One song. And
Drake has bigger hits.
he's got bigger hits.
So
Yeah.
so versus as it's shown, it's not. Let me just say this, and you heard this too. Prior to this versus,
Mm-hmm.
it was like 75% of people were like, Cash Money's gonna
Yeah.
win this.
Yeah, it would
They're
be a
gonna
wash.
kill No Limit. They got the hits.
Yeah.
And look what
Not
happened.
even close.
So let's not get it. Ja Rule versus Fat Joe.
Fat Joe.
Everybody was like Fat Joe. Ja Rule washed Fat
Had
Joe.
So many hits.
He washed Fat
So
Joe.
many
Fat
hits.
Joe won't admit it.
Yeah,
but he
yeah.
washed him.
Yeah, I mean, Joe's got hits.
No, Joe wants him rounds.
Ja Rule had,
but prior to it, they were
Yeah.
like, "Oh, fucking nah, man, Fat Joe, Ja Rule, no." And then you hear all the hits, and you're like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah, yeah.
So
And the only other one I'd want to see, which is obviously can't happen,
Yeah.
is Hologram Big, Hologram Pac.
oh my god, you know what? That's actually quite a genius idea.
It'd be amazing.
Just play the backtracks.
Yeah, and
but
let
to
them
have both of them on,
Performing their music in the
see
holograms.
that would be dope,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, we could use AI, use it properly. It's a good way to use it.
I will also one more I'd like to see as far as because the verses is not only artists or groups, it's also producers.
Yes.
I would like to see Dre versus Premier. First of all, it's West Coast versus East Coast. Second of all, it's two producers who are still relevant
Yes.
and who started around the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, Gangstar, early 90s, right?
Yeah.
And both were part of groups and then have made music outside of hip hop
With everybody,
with everybody.
that hits.
I don't know that I just thought about that the other day and I was like, because
That'd
everybody
be
always
fine.
says Dre versus Diddy, but Diddy was not the sole producer. Diddy was a part of a collective.
Yeah, and
he
he
was
didn't
he was the mastermind on trying to get the samples. Yeah,
Yeah.
but he wasn't always hands on. He was
And-
Stevie
and
J,
also not always
the
relevant.
Hitman, right?
And always not always relevant.
No.
There was like a decade or two where he
No,
was not
right,
making music.
right.
Premier and Dre.
And they both crossed
Dope.
Coast. Premier's done a whole
Yeah.
album with MC8.
Yeah.
Dre's done stuff with The Firm.
Yeah.
Right? So they have a lot of similarities in that regard.
I like it.
I don't know.
I like it.
Yeah. Anyways,
Let us know what you
it's a
think.
wrap.
Drop some in the comments of verses that you want to see. And make sure you hit the subscribes all
Yes.
day. You can't find Riz on social media, but you
No.
can find me on social media.
Yeah.
It's _ elite, ALITE. It's _ high phrase. Much love, y'all, for tuning in. Make sure you hit the subscribes. Keep those numbers going up. We're going to keep bringing you some dope hip-hop content.
See you in a couple weeks.
Any last words for the people?
No, shout outs to Sham for helping us out with the podcast.
Thank you.
OG Champagne. Shout outs to my little bro, Shane, for always being here. And yeah, man, great to be back, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
90s till infinity.
Peace.
Peace, y'all. And this is the first one where we hit the 3-hour mark.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.